I'm really not sure. I just had been listening to this one song for a while, and I know a lot of people on Facebook, especially in a couple of the groups I'm in, just are kind of outcast-like. And
Wait,
so,
what's the song?
Freaks.
Oh, that's why it's named okay.
Yeah, the name is Freaks. Well, I didn't name it after that. I did take the picture of the thing, but I didn't name it after the song.
Yeah, I'll be willing to pop in here and make sure people aren't being too big of cunts every now and then.
Right. Because as much as I don't want to be that guy, this will be one of those servers that I will be heavily moderating. Because, like I said, this is going to be a safe haven for people who have those outwardly weird sexual kinks, or outcasts, or just the people that are different in general, who view themselves as freaks.
Yeah, just put it in the rules, you know, like, right when people enter the server. As much as we personally despise over heavily moderating things, this is gonna be one of those servers.
Right, like, listen, we all
This
wanna
is a
have
safe
fun.
haven.
We all wanna have fun here, but y'all start fucking shit up, we will come down with a banhammer.
Yeah. You know, teasing, whatevs. But the second somebody says stop, that's when you stop.
Right.
And so is it by Timmy Savage and Timmy Trumpet and Savage?
No, not that one.
Suburban.
It's by Jordan Clark, I believe, is the name.
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah.
Let me
Cam,
see.
you're scaring me a little bit.
What?
Because it's showing the okay, we good.
What?
I was didn't click on the start, and I saw like the first mission. I was like, please, dear God, not again. But no, we're starting on mission 3.
Okay, yeah, that is a good song for a server like this.
Yeah. If only Tony would work. Oh, it's because he's not allowed in this one. Hold up. Permissions. It's a really good song. I've listened to it like 7 times today.
Yeah, no, I haven't even gotten through the first minute of it, and it's very good.
Like, it's fucking catchy as hell.
Yes, Commander. Coordinates received. Initiate immediate course correction. The Office of Naval Intelligence Sword Base is presently under siege from a Corvette-class Covenant vessel. Due to the sensitive nature of this facility, use of orbital grounds has been, for the moment, prohibited. Regrettably, my efforts to obtain relevant data on enemy forces have been unsuccessful. However, current defensive forces are insufficient. ONI has requested Team Noble's direct intervention to help secure Sword Base.
Alright, people. We're stuck with that ship for the time being. Let's focus on the hostile infantry. Give those troopers a hand.
Oh, God.
Cat 6, you're out here. George
Yeah.
Hill, you're
It
next.
shouldn't
I
be.
just saw a fucking crate fly off over the wall. At least we got DMRs. Although,
We can't
I'm not really-
see him.
Cat 6, push back the
not really
assault
accurate,
find out what we're dealing with.
like, at all. Oh shit, I actually hit my first shot.
Right. These Marines are going to die.
Hostiles north.
Yeah, I got a drunk birthday party. Every time you
Oh,
stop by.
there's an elite. Oh God. I'm dead.
Yeah.
6. Push
Yeah.
back the attack on sword base.
Yeah, he
Find
kind
out
of
what we're
punched.
dealing with.
Not, he didn't even punch you. He
He
kicked you.
just fucking yeet.
Don't move up. Just stay back and pick him off.
Rah.
Marine with the radio on his backpack. I would not recommend standing there.
God damn. I just want to get up onto one of the sides because then we can like use the.
Yeah, but there's way too much gunfire going on.
Find out what
Right.
we're dealing with.
Roger that. Bring a strike team.
Once I get grand birthday party.
Spartans, hostiles
Once we
north.
get our aim refocused of not seeing anything, we should be okay.
There is.
There we go.
I'm mainly having issues because I've always had issues with figuring out where the center of my screen is. Like, I can kind of guess, but
Right.
with the bloom system that Reach has, you can't really be exact.
All right.
So if you-
I'm up on the second.
Where the
oh,
hell did the
God.
elite go?
Run!
I'm dead.
Run! Oh fuck.
I got stuck.
Cat 6. Push back the attack on sword base. Find out what we're dealing with.
Yeet.
Roger that. Bring a strike team.
Yeet.
At least they're coming to us.
Right.
Spartans, hostiles north.
Oh, my shield's gone.
And the elite's charging.
Yeah. He's running away now. You have no shield?
No, I'm dead. I tried punching him in the back.
Cat 6.
I feel like once we
Push
get
back
past
the attack on sword base. Find out what we're dealing
I have an idea. Follow me.
Bring a strike
It's a dumb idea, but we're gonna try it.
Where the hell did you even go?
Up the side ramp.
with. Hostiles north.
Stand back, grenade. Fucked up the throw.
Yeah, I fucked up the entire plan. We just gotta kill those two jackals, and it'll work.
Yeah, well, the elite came after us.
Yeah.
Roger that. Bring a strike team.
Spartans, hostiles north.
Knock some heads, Lieutenant.
There we go.
Alright.
Just run past everything.
Yep, that's the plan.
Oh god, two elites.
You got enemy contact, Spartans.
Nope.
Nope.
Plasma grenade.
Oh.
Cat 6.
I ran by it as it detonated.
Find out what we're dealing with.
Roger that. Bring a
Pretty far though.
Oh, that elite's got knocked down.
Spartans, hostiles north.
knock some heads.
No, god damn it.
What?
Dead. I was trying to take out the jackal. They're fucking tough to take out when you can't aim for their hand.
Find out
Yeah, let's just distract this elite. Actually, let's just fucking run past him.
Let's fucking punch him in the spine.
hostiles north.
I just booked it.
Yeah, I tried and he just ran after me.
Oh,
Alright,
Cat 6.
just book it past the elite.
Yeah.
Find out what we're dealing with.
Ow.
Roger that.
I almost died as I spawned in. That's nice.
Yeah. Happens.
Spartans, hostiles north.
Wait, can we hide in this door?
No.
Some heads, Lieutenant.
Fuck.
Damn it. Really? You throw a sticky as soon as I die?
Attack on sword
Fucking.
base. Find out what we're dealing with.
Roger that. Bring a strike team.
Actually, I'm gonna hide real quick because there is a video on how to get past this.
Hostiles north. Cat 6. Push back the attack on sword base. Find out what we're dealing with.
Roger that.
Poor Marine. Got stuck. Jesus!
Get to the box.
You can't
And then
even
we're going
sprint
to start
past him.
shooting
He
those
just
jackals.
clocks
I let
in,
these
turns around,
grunts
and
move up a
chases
little bit
after
so I
you.
could get their plasma pistol more easily once I do kill them. So focus on those jackals to the upper left first, and then once those grunts are closer, you can start taking those guys out. And once we do that, we're going to go towards the right and hug the wall, and we're going to spawn in the Phantom that comes in. So we don't want to kill too many people because that will get the Phantom to come in automatically if we kill enough people. So I like to kill about 6 people, and then I'll run over and go to the wall over there, which you'll see in a second. So we're going to head over. Are we going to head over? Yeah, let's go right now. We're going to head over here to this wall, and then we'll move up into this corner, and that will get the Phantom to come in, and you'll see him come overhead right now. There he is. So I just like to control when the Phantom comes in. I don't like to just be standing out in the open and have him come in. Obviously, I want to have some control over that so he doesn't shoot at me and lower my shields, and then I have to, you know, go smack somebody to get him back. Or we're going to move up here, and we're just going to hang out on this ramp and take out as many people as possible. There's a bunch of jackals and grunts in the area that we could take out from afar. So we're going to do that. We have a DMR, we have a decent amount of ammo, and you could always look around for your Marines who may have dropped ammo as well when they died. So if they were considerate in their death, they would have dropped ammo. But sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. We're just going to be patient here. This is probably the hardest part of the mission. Once you get past this part, it gets a lot easier. So
I need to find something to leave a mark
there are
on my
4
screen.
elites up there, so we're going to take those guys out towards the end.
Is it worth having a permanent Sharpie mark on my screen?
I mean,
Spartans, hostiles
I do it.
north.
Alright, so I figured out how to do this part. We, however, fucked up already.
Let me find some tape or something.
Alright, hold on. We haven't gone anywhere, so I'll bring us to a normal match so you can line it up.
I'm just gonna put a bullet hole in the wall.
Nah, it'll be more accurate. Playlist. Legendary game word.
That hurt.
What good? Press space. Alright.
Recon Bravo. The sector ahead is dark for electronic surveillance.
Alright.
Government can block our instruments? Certainly so. My command wants to know what they're hiding.
There we go. I'm using a little square of that like wall hanger putty shit that doesn't really stick too well.
Right.
Or like calendars and stuff. You just gotta center it. I can even see the dot through it, so. Yeah, that's it. I think that's as good as I'm gonna get. Alright.
Ow. That's it. For that, I'm ending the game.
I'm done fucking playing. Let's go back to lasso.
Let's go to something even more aggravating. Hopefully.
Yeah, it kind of makes. I can still see through it though, so I can see what I'm aiming at.
Right.
It just makes it look kind of fucking weirdly colored.
You can turn Tony off if you want. Or you can, if you want, we can switch over to the no music lobby.
No, I'm good. I turned it down.
Hopefully it's gonna do what I want it to. So I'm gonna keep it at 60 just to listen to it while make sure the loop works.
Be advised, Kilo 33 and Kilo 34, your current LZ is too hot. Roger that. Dot, stand by to receive a response.
Yes, Commander. Coordinates received. Initiate immediate course correction. The Office of Naval Intelligence Sword Base is presently under siege from a Corvette-class government vessel. Due to the sensitive nature of this facility, use of orbital rounds has been, for the moment, prohibited. Regrettably, my efforts to obtain relevant data on enemy forces have been unsuccessful. However, current defensive forces are insufficient. Only has requested Team Noble's direct intervention to help secure Sword Base.
Alright, people. We're stuck with that ship for the time being. Let's focus on the hostile infantry. Give those troopers a hand. Cat 6, you're out here. George Emil, you're next. Get prepped.
Let's move, Lieutenant.
I love how they show you your gun during the cutscene and then you never get to see it again.
Right.
Cat 6, push back the attack on Sword Base. Find out what we're dealing with.
Marvelous. Alright, yeah, it works. Good. I lined it up properly.
Spartans, muscles go.
Alright, jackals are down.
Alright, hold up. Just wait for the thingy.
Jesus. Thought that was Cat for a second.
Hey! It fucking works!
What?
The, loop. Alright, sprint. To the back wall. Basically, what they did was they killed, all those smaller guys and left just the elites.
Oh, god damn. I don't know what the hell hit me, but it just exploded my entire head.
Alright, kill only 6 people here.
So, pretty much like 4 grunts.
Yeah.
And the jackals.
Yeah. I love how, like, dude just literally...
Okay.
Oh yeah, don't go too far forward. It'll spawn that in. Basically, kill 6 of them and don't go farther than this wall, and that phantom won't show up. And we'll be able to pick them off from here.
Alright, took 1 jackal down. The other one hasn't shown up yet.
The 4 grunts are dead. Let that guy go back. Alright. Alright, hide behind the crates.
Where the hell did the jackal go?
I don't know.
So yeah, that's glass. Oh, there he is. Got him.
Nice.
Hell yeah. There we go. There we go.
Ow. To the truck?
You mean the one that can explode?
Yeah.
I'm out of DMR ammo.
Same. Let's just run.
I just got crushed by a fucking forklift.
Ah. Hey, we're back here.
Oh, nice. Yeah, no, it wasn't a forklift. It was one of the little beds in front of it, though. Got kicked up over the truck.
I'm booking it. Oh, I'm getting annihilated. Hold on.
Yep, safe.
Oh, I just got annihilated.
Yeah.
Fucking firing squatted. This wasn't part of the plan.
I made it not. I made it nope.
I know.
Did you die?
No. Oh, I'm at.
Nope.
You just got fucking tracked down by the elite. Alright, let's watch the rest of this video.
Gonna thin out the ranks basically until it's just those elites remaining. And then there are 4 more skirmishers up ahead as well, but we're going to take those guys out afterwards. So we are going to just hang here, take some shots, and we do want to get a plasma pistol, like I mentioned. I had the grunts move forward so it would be closer to us. So I don't think I grabbed it yet. We'll see in a second. But we will pick that up. I don't even know what maybe the primary or the secondary weapon is an assault rifle in this mission, but we don't want that. So just exchange whatever garbage weapon it is for the plasma pistol. There it is. Yeah, it's an assault rifle. So we're going to jump down here and grab the plasma pistol, grab some nades, some plasma nades while we're there. But once we're ready, once we feel satisfied that we've killed enough people, we're going to move up here. There's some more DMR ammo
Very
as well.
nice.
There's a health pack. I'm not going to grab
This
that
wasn't
yet.
the
I'm going
plan,
to save that
but-
for later if I can. There's another DMR on the ground there. You want to hug
Hey,
the left
it
wall
worked.
so you are hopefully not seen by anybody when you come over here. And by coming over here, you will get Kat to move up ahead as well, which is good because the elites will focus more on her since she's going to get
Hey,
all of the
it
business.
was his plan.
So we're going to take out all the remaining people we can, all the peons in here, which equates to jackals and grunts. And then Kat will heavily distract all these elites up here, which is going to be key in our battle ahead here. So we're just going to hang out here. Sometimes, this is pretty safe, but sometimes an elite will come up one of these ramps and flank you, so be aware of that and be ready to peace out as soon as possible if that happens.
You want
So I
the?
think that was the last peon
Should we armor
over
lock?
here, but
Yeah,
let's
almost
see.
definitely.
There's probably more. There's more.
Hey,
Here's another
falling
jackal.
marines.
Take him out.
They're raining from the
Cat's doing a
skies.
good job of distracting
Raining
these guys.
Marines.
Like I mentioned, she does good work. She does good
Holy shit,
distraction
it's a
work.
trooper
She doesn't do
carrier.
great driving work.
Oh, it's dead.
So I never let her drive. So we're gonna.
Andrew.
This guy is giving me a harder time than I would like, but
And
You want to be aware of the concussion rifle elite. You can see him up here. There's 4 elites, like I mentioned. One has a concussion rifle, so always be aware of where he is.
Where the hell did that come from?
Devastating weapon. But we're just going to take our time up here. Cat will do a good job of distracting them, but also damaging them as well. So if she gets up close and personal, which she will eventually with these guys, she will basically...
You want to try and hijack it?
...at one and meleeing one of them. And she will actually...
You don't want to try and hijack a raid?
Them as well.
It'll make everything so stupid easy once we got it done.
Opportunity presents itself.
Think of the difficulty.
Help that along by firing your
I'll
plasma
do it.
pistol just barely over
both of them.
I just got
the railing here, which is this offers pretty good cover.
I just got plasma.
Like I mentioned in the winter contingency guide, the mission before this, the elites and all the enemies in the game like to shoot basically at your chest. So if you're just peeking your head over the edge of something, they can't shoot you in the head really, unless actually I should take that back. With the needler rifle, they could, because that's like a precision weapon. Sometimes, they usually don't, but sometimes they could actually headshot you with that weapon. But the weapons like this, where it's like a plasma rifle or a plasma repeater or something where it's not a precision weapon,
is a
where
god.
really matter, they generally shoot you in the chest. So, or they try to at least. So if your chest
have
is
you
blocked by the
tried
railing
not
and
standing
your head is
within
poking
grenade
out,
distance?
you could
I know it's
easily
difficult,
get them
but still.
while they can't get you,
I was
basically.
literally
For the
right
most
here.
part, you want to be aware
Yeah, I
of
know.
a stray bullet that may fling up towards your head, but especially if it's a concussion rifle.
Alright, I'm going after the one on the right.
We can see now that Cat is really all up in their business, so she's distracting most of them.
There is a rocket launcher.
And taking the shields down of some of them as well. So we're just going to help that along with our plasma pistol and headshot these guys as their shields.
Oh, there it went.
I believe I am out of plasma pistol. That guy got wrecked. He was all right there. I don't know how that happened. Actually, I probably have a pretty good idea.
Okay, I don't think it's going to be possible.
Grab some health over there, and we're going to move up here.
I mean, I got close.
And looks like... Is that the last one? It might be the last one. I'm not sure, though.
I mean, like, we'll die until we get to that part of the video.
Continue the Pepper Factory. Pepperidge Farms remembers. Alright, let's go. There we go. Field popped. Headshot him. And that might be the last one. It might not. We'll see. We'll move forward. I can't count. I see 3 on the ground at least.
I have an idea.
I don't know. My camera's moving too fast. Anyway, we're going to jump up here.
Oh, disable it?
This isn't totally necessary, but it's a good vantage point to kill these skirmishers. So we're just going to headshot 1, 2, 3. There's 4 of them, but I killed 1 and then got a nice triple after that. So they're dead. We're going to get a fresh plasma pistol
I'll
from these
let
guys.
you have the plasma.
We're going to grab as much DMR ammo as we can, so pick all of it up if you have not already. I already did in the back there. So we're going to move forward. We're going to grab this DMR ammo. And we're actually going to juggle this target locator and this plasma pistol. So we're going to have 3 weapons. We have the DMR in our back pocket, and we're juggling the target locator and plasma pistol. And we want to juggle it to this gray triangle type thing. We don't want to cross those gray lines that I'm looking at right now. Ignore those. We want to go in between those 2 gray lines. So we're going to go onto that gray trapezoid type thing, juggle the weapons over here, plasma pistol and target locator. And we're going to wait for this door to open, and when it does, we're going to go straight and avoid those gray slabs of concrete, because if you go across those, there's a really good chance
I got it. It's just the guys in front of it firing squad at me the second I turned around.
We're going to grab the target locator. We're going to throw the plasma.
We got to kill the grunt on the turret as well.
The reason for that is I don't want the plasma pistol to get hit by a stray wraith mortar and go flying across the map, and then I can't find it later. So it's less likely to get hit if it's off to the side. So that's why I put it over there. And the first wraith that comes forward, I like to use the target locator on. And we're actually going to keep the back wraith alive. So we're just going to take out all the remaining enemies here, except for the wraith. We'll take out the gunner on the wraith because we want to approach it. We're actually going to hijack it and use it ourselves.
Yeah, I got full DMR.
So we're going to take out the gunner so he doesn't tear us up as we approach it, and then we'll take out all the other grunts
out the guys in front.
And there's also an elite on foot as well, so we want to take him out as well.
What about the gunners?
So we're just going to dance around a little bit.
Yeah, take
Make
out
sure
the
you
guys
keep your
in
eye
front,
on the
just
wraith
kind of dance
bombs
around.
coming in. Obviously, sidestep as you need to. And it looks like we don't. As I spoke. There's another grunt. I was going to say there's only the elite left, but that is a lie.
Shoot.
So, whoa, I'm getting shot at.
Along the,
leave the, Alright, here we go. Let's move forward now. Always back up. Just let Cat take all the heat.
Thanks, Marine.
Health.
Basically, kill the grunts.
But anyway, we have a plasma pistol and a DMR. And we might be tempted to try to take out this elite like so.
The left
from afar, which isn't the worst idea, but it's not the best position to do it from. So we're going to to reposition ourselves. We're going to go to the right.
Fucking
And,
get
we
hit
have
by
a
the
much better
Wraith.
vantage point over
6
there.
is bleeding out
And,
over
also the
here.
Wraith can't shoot
Yeah,
at us, so
yeah, I
that
think
is
they
a huge
figured
plus.
that
So we'll
out.
go over here to the right, like I said, and we're going to go behind this rocky area over here.
Did you die?
And this is a very safe spot. The Elite does not move from that position generally. He stays in that general area. And the Wraith also stays over on the other side of this thing too. So
Jesus!
Totally safe over here.
I don't know what you
Technology
mean
back
by
here.
the grunts
Pack
like a
up on top
fucking
of the hill
god.
here if you need it. And also some rockets, but we're not going to use those. And we could pepper this guy from on the other side of this rock. So this is a really good rock. You can see we could see him, and he can't really shoot us because, like I mentioned earlier,
Out of
they
context,
generally
that
don't try
line
to
would
shoot you
sound
in the
fucking
head unless they have
retarded.
something like a needler rifle. So we're
This
just
is a really
going
good rock.
to take that and run with it. And we're just going to plasma pistol this guy like we've been doing, pepper him from afar, and then his shields will collapse, and we will finish him off with a DMR.
Alright, that's
headshot.
the gunner on the one
So
that's
we're gonna
closer
do
to us
that.
down.
And we probably want to
the
get
back
a fresh
one, 'cause
plasma
that-
pistol,
he
but I
stays
decided not
genuinely in
to.
the back.
The best idea would be to do so, because we're going to go stun this Wraith, board him, and then we're going to
And
have
he's
to
the
stun him
farthest one
another
away from
time,
the Elite.
ideally. And I only have enough for one
true.
stun, so we're going to stun him. And remember that your
I'll be able
battery
to
is draining if
take
you
out
hold
the
that
grunts
charge.
eventually.
So we're going to stun him here with an overcharged plasma pistol. Hop on the front of the vehicle here and punch it
Nope,
twice
got
to
stuck.
get his patch on top of the Wraith to
I
open
took
up.
out the
And
grunts.
then, luckily, he didn't get away here, so
Only
we didn't
took an
have to stun
artillery.
him. But ideally, you would have another plasma pistol
Yeah, I'm
charge so you
armor
could stun him
locking.
again, and then just hop on here. And also, if you had more plasma pistol ammo, you could just pepper this guy directly from above. But you could always
The
just
fucking
smack him
grunts
as
are
well.
a
It
bitch
works
to
just
take
as
out,
well.
though, because
But
they
another way to
constantly
get the
dodge
Wraith
around
for
and you
yourself
got
is
that
to actually
elite
get in
shooting
the
at
Wraith
you
turret
nonstop.
when he's in it.
Right.
And that will get him to bail out because he doesn't like you being in a vehicle that he's in. So he'll just get out if you get in as well. But that would make him alive
Alright, that's 2 of them
outside
down.
of the Wraith, and he might just board you and beat the crap out of you. So I like to try to just kill him while he's in the Wraith and helpless, basically. But obviously, you do need to stun the Wraith
Alright.
and close the gap on the Wraith to do that. So we're going to go up here and grab the target locator again. I have a DMR and a target locator again, and a Wraith. So we're going
Alright.
to have Cat hop into my turret here.
Alright, gunner's down.
She is infinitely
Grab health
healthy,
if you
so
need
I
it.
like to have her in here. If you have a
I'm
Marine
gonna.
in here, they work well until they die. So
need it.
we're just going to have Cat in here so she could have infinite ammo with her infinite health in here, which is a great combination.
Oh,
move
I
up
killed
here.
it.
Yeah.
I like to go to this section first on the right to bring
is
the
not
gun
part
back
of the
online.
plan,
So we're
but
going to do that.
We'll
We're gonna move up
we'll
with our
improvise.
Wraith.
Cat-
There are going to be
Cat
3
took
grunts
down the lead.
and a grunt and a ghost up
enough.
here. So basically 3 grunts and a ghost.
How the fuck are you supposed to keep
So
it alive?
be aware of
If
that.
it literally. Oh yeah, we get the
ghosts,
Warthog,
not
I
the
guess.
ghosts,
but,
I'm mixing up the ghosts and the grunts up
Well,
all over
what
the
you're
place.
supposed to
The
do
grunts,
is hop on top
don't
of
seem
it
that
and
threatening,
just
but
punch
they
the
have
door and
plasma
all
pistols
that.
which they can overcharge and stun you with.
Wait, just
And
punch the
also,
door, and
once
then
they
how
do
you get
do
in
that,
it?
They could keep stunning you.
Well, you punch the
and you
elite
just are helpless
inside.
there, and they could also
Yeah.
just throw grenades
Yeah,
at you. So
until he's
not a great
dead, and
combination.
then you
so
hop in.
don't
Instead
underestimate
of
the grunts over here.
Oh, instead
I
of mounting
Boost
and
around
then
this corner
punching.
because
Yeah.
that railing
You
is
just
not very
jump
sturdy.
on
You
top,
boost
punch,
through that
then
really
down.
easily,
Yeah,
which I've done
but
many
it was
times.
coming out of
So
stasis,
just
and I
be
was
safe.
like, well, you will
Just go
die
nice and
instantly
easy. Go
if
the
you do
speed
this,
limit.
so...
And we're actually going to cut into the left here. We don't want to go
I'm
towards the
going to
right
just
at all
park
because
right
there is
here.
a plasma launcher wielding elite on top of the roof of the structure over here. And he will lock onto you with plasma grenades basically and
I just
end
got
your game pretty
fucking
quick
annihilated because
if
I
you get
forgot
too
I don't
close
have
to him.
sprint.
So by being up here, we are far enough away where he won't try to shoot us. And basically,
Hey,
it's a
at
great
least we're on a
bonus point as well
checkpoint
to
now.
kill all these
Right.
enemies in the area. So we're just going to do this, clear out as many people as possible, keep an eye on the sky to the left, and keep your ears open because you can hear the dropship coming in. There's going to be
I'm
2
dead.
dropships that come in this
Hang on.
section. The first one is
Almost
coming in
was.
right now. He's going to drop off a bunch of ground troops, including 2 elites that wield concussion rifles, and those guys are pretty devastating up close,
back.
especially
I'm dead.
If you're in a vehicle as well. So we're going to want to take those
Oh,
guys
yeah, I
out.
forgot
When
armor
this
lock
dropship
pops
comes down,
the
you want to
grenades
take out
off
this
if you
turret
can.
real quick,
Yeah.
and then that way he won't have any effect
That wasn't
on
given
your
much
day.
time though.
And we'll just continue.
The guy
shooting at
didn't
these
even get the
guys
full
and
ah
prioritize
out. He
those
would've
concussion
went,
rifle
ah,
wielding
poof.
elites, because again, they are pretty devastating. So we're going to just keep
Going
on
up.
keeping on here, basically. Just keep
Sprint.
shooting at these guys. But now the
going.
second dropship is coming in. This one's a Phantom, and we're going to hop out with our target.
need help.
I just
and we're
one
actually
tap
going
the
to
guy.
Use it on the Phantom.
Quick, get on the
So
Warthog.
when he comes
We're
to
getting
a
out.
stop, you can see he's not really moving forward or side to side
Did you
anymore.
press
He's
the
just
button?
hovering
Yeah.
and lowering himself to the ground to drop
I
off
one
the
tap
ghost.
the guy in the
When
back
he starts
and
doing that, you want to
we
just
out. We
locate
booking.
him or whatever it's called, target locate him, designate him as a target, and that will actually destroy the ghost, hopefully. I think I missed one of the ghosts,
Let's
but
go.
I didn't do it quite in time. I was kind
Oh,
of
that
a
was
little
close.
late there.
Just
But,
in time.
that's an easy way to take out those ghosts real quick. So we're
Can we
going
use
to
the
just
AA
continue
gun on the
in our race. That was a
infantry?
little risky because that grunt was coming at me while I
I'm
was
sorry,
trying
but if you're
to
gonna make an
target
AA
locate
defense
my
platform,
fantasy.
you might as well make
But,
it
so you
capable
don't
of shooting
have to
down.
do that, necessarily. That's just
to
a quick
defend
way
itself.
I like to take out those ghosts.
Like,
And we're
yeah,
going
it's
to
not
just,
the
you know,
ideal
keep on doing
targets
this.
to be shooting
That's the
at,
moral of the
but
story here. Keep using that Wraith.
if you're
Not much
desperate,
to it. Obviously, prioritize the bigger enemies that could be more devastating to you, like the ghosts
Right,
and
just
the concussion
wait
rifle
here.
wielding elites, and always be aware of the grunts that may be holding an overcharged plasma pistol as well,
There.
because they could be
Just hide
equally
behind the warthog.
devastating given the right opportunity. But at this point, everyone's dead except for the not the concussion, the
Okay.
what's it called, plasma launcher wielding elite on top of
a
the roof.
grenade
So I'm just going
at
to
the
close the
front
gap
of the
by
warthog
slowly,
killed me
or
behind the
quickly,
warthog.
ideally.
Yeah, they
But
do
I'm
that.
moving forward cautiously, I should say.
I'm not used to the
first,
twice
because
as
I want
large
to make sure he's not going to
radius.
lock
Well,
onto me with his plasma launcher.
I just got
So in order
fucking
to get him
raped.
to not do that, I just keep firing at
Yeah,
the edge of
the
roof,
explosion
so
that
he
killed
keeps
you turned my
dodging, and if
entire
he's
screen
dodging,
white.
he's not firing at me. So just keep firing at the edge of the
Let's
roof.
just hide in
He'll
here.
keep dodging.
With
You'll be
Field.
safe, and we could get in here and get some health and ammo and all that good stuff and activate this gun without even having to face this guy.
Oh, God.
But the way you activate the switch without going up and facing the guy on the roof is you can
They
actually
stuck
activate it
your
from down
dead
below.
body.
So that's what we're going
Oh,
to
I
do here.
have an idea.
We're
Don't
going
go
to
in.
wrap around, and there's no nav points with the blind skull on, so we're going to have to just know where the switches are. So we're going to jump
go.
up and just hold the action button, and that will get the switch to activate here. The gun will come online. You'll know it when it happens because the current objective updates, and also you could hear it
Don't
come
armor
online
lock,
and
you
start
cunt.
firing. But I'm going to grab a plasma
You
pistol
cunt.
from the ground here, and we're going to get full health and full health and shield here. Way to ensure that you have full health and shield is to go up against a wall and overcharge plasma pistol.
Oh, my
wall
gun
and be
overheated.
up
That was
against it,
just
so
in
that
time.
splash damage
Hello,
over you as
guy.
well, and that will strip away any shielding you have and allow you to get the health pack, because you can't actually pick up health packs if you have full health. So you want to take your health down a little bit so you can pick it up, and that will get your health all the way
Two
back
close
up to
calls in a
100
row.
and also your shield as well. So now we have full health,
Keep 'em
full
distracted.
shield. We have a
I
plasma
need to
pistol,
get
we
to
have
cover.
a DMR, and I'm just firing
inside
at
the
that
building.
guy as I back up and
I
away
am.
because I want
I
to
gotta
make
help
sure
back.
again that he doesn't shoot at me. So I'm just firing at him so he dodges me,
Careful.
dodges my
Fucking
shots,
hell.
and does not engage in shooting at me.
You
Again,
killed
do not
my
boost
friend. I'm
here
gonna
that
go
much
suicide
because
now.
you don't want to fly off the side. It's really easy to
I
do
have
that.
idea.
And we're just going to go back the way we came, keep going in that direction past the point where we hijacked this
It was a
race,
bad
and
idea.
we'll come to this section, which is where we need to activate the comms array.
No, it
And
was
there's a
okay
resident
idea.
down
We
in
just
the center
fucked
of
it
this
up.
area, so we want to take him out first. You can see he's basically like a tiny
We're
version
going
of a
to
wraith.
do many
It's like a mix
circles
between
to
a
try and
ghost and a
kill
wraith,
that.
really. So we're going
Or
to
at
fire
least
at
the
him.
pilot.
He takes 2 shots, direct shots to destroy him. So there he goes. And we're going to move up here to the right. And we're basically going to
Hey, I
take
got
out
a
all of
roadkill.
the enemies before we
Nice.
move up into the structure on the right.
It's not gonna
We're
lie,
I just
but
heard him
a couple of
scream.
jackals with needler rifles, which I don't think really do anything against a wraith. But we're going to take him out real quick anyway. And there he goes. That one
that's
got
Cat.
blown off into the field there. We took him out anyway, though. And we're going to focus on the building over here now. There's going to be a bunch of grunts,
We're fine. We're behind cover. Good timing.
and they can all throw grenades. So we want to stay away if we can. So just shoot them from far away. They will not be able to do anything if you just stay back. It might take some time, but be patient. If you move up, they probably will throw nades at you and stick you, and it doesn't take too many nades to kill you, especially if your wraith is already weak, or if you're weak as well. So just stay back, bombard the area with your infinite ammo.
Yes, our wraith.
And also be aware of any plasma pistol wielding. Well, not plasma pistol wielding. They all got plasma pistols if they're grunts. Unless they have needlers, I guess.
Oh
But
shit.
what I'm trying to say is
fuck.
be aware of
We're
those
gonna get
grunts
molested.
that have
Help!
plasma pistols
Medic!
that are overcharged and going to stun you. And then
Oh God, my guy.
then you're dead. So watch out for that.
I have an
We're gonna
idea.
move our
I
way
have an idea.
here, cautiously.
Detonator.
Take out all these guys. Be aware of the enemies that could be hiding behind that rock. You can see 2 came out from behind
You
that
hand
rock.
me the detonator
did not
thing.
expect.
We do a drive-by
Be aware
bombing
of
with
all your
it.
surroundings. There's a bunch of enemies probably hiding in this base.
How are we
It's
alive?
safe and looks like it's clear, but then a bunch of
Damn,
people
it
pop up.
lasts long. You know, I'm gonna just go forward. We're
So
gonna
just
circle
to move
back.
forward. And
No,
it
like
looks
if
we're
we
done, question
go
mark?
back a bit,
I
Right.
don't know. I like to shoot at the
you hand me
doorways,
the fucking
and
orbital
if I
strike
don't,
beacon.
see anybody.
I sit in the
until
passenger
someone
seat,
decides to pop
and
their
we
head
drive
out.
by
It
Mark
looks
them.
like we're done, and you could actually activate this switch through the wall right
The rest
there.
we can take down one
Do
by one.
that,
Well, you know,
and
what
then
else?
Hop back into the
I
rig.
can't aim down far
and we'll
enough.
boost our way across this area. But we're essentially going back the way we came temporarily because there's going to be a dropship that comes in and drops off a bunch of grunts and skirmishers. And I'm not really afraid of those guys so much as I'm afraid of the turret on the dropship. So we're just going to go over here, hang out. Again, you don't want to boost too much like we discussed on the other side of the map. Here you could just boost off into the ocean as well, so you don't want to do that. You can see I kind of almost did that myself there. I was kind of riding the edge for a second.
Nice.
But we're going to hang out here, and you could use your
Alright.
third-person
Right there.
point of view camera to kind of just rotate. It looks like I'm looking at a wall, but I'm really keeping
Alright,
an eye on
alright.
that dropship as he backs away.
Alright, follow me.
So we're going to move forward
I
here.
have an idea.
And he's far enough away now we don't have to worry about him. So we're just going to move forward. The only things you really have to worry about now...
I was
is
thinking
grunts,
doing a
because
drive-by
they,
one,
like
but
I mentioned
you died,
repeatedly,
didn't you?
One
they have plasma
taps.
pistols, and they have grenades. The skirmishers can't really
Right.
do anything to you when you're in the raid. They only have needlers, and maybe they have some plasma pistols. I don't think they
Actually,
ever
this is a
really,
good building to stop
overcharge
into.
them,
Hit them with
but,
that, I
who
think.
knows?
Oh.
I'm
Or
sure there's
get
going to be one that
flipped
proves
and
me
murdered.
wrong. It's going to be in the corner.
Yeah,
of
let's
the
just
screen,
drive to
be
the
like,
other
oh,
end
look
and
at that
take
one.
shelter in that building.
But anyway, I think most of them, just don't worry about them. Just shoot them, kill them. You got a Wraith. Come on. You got a Wraith here. You're not supposed to have a Wraith. This section was designed not for a Wraith. Just kill them. And then there's going to be a bunch of enemies that are in the field here, which we're killing right now, but there's going to be a bunch that are in this structure over here
No,
as
he's
well.
not moving. Don't shoot.
So
Don't
we're
shoot.
going
Back up.
to be cautious as we enter this building because we can't really kill them all easily from outside here.
What the hell was
We're gonna have
he
to poke our
so
head in and
fucking
headshot these guys,
focused on?
which is easy enough
Cat.
because they don't have any shielding or anything. So we don't have to worry too much, but you want to be cautious. You don't want to walk in and get stuck by a grunt or something
So
like
what
that.
you're saying is the Covenant hates women.
So we do our
Yes.
best to try to bombard
I think
the
I could
area
get on their side
with
now.
the
What?
Wraith. Tried to shoot through the door a couple times. Didn't really succeed, but we're going to poke our heads in here. We got a DMR out.
Alright,
You
I'm
could
gonna get
see, I could see
sprint.
my
I have an
weapon
idea.
that I have out. I do that occasionally.
with
I'll
me.
hit the back button. I don't know what it is on PC,
And
but
I'll
if you hit
see
the back button on
World
Xbox,
of your imagination.
it will
Also, I
actually
just
show
bumped
you
into
what
Cat
weapon
while
you
trying to
have
go
and
up the
what armor
stairs, and
ability
she
you
just
have.
said in a very
So
angry
that's
voice,
very
tight
useful
squeeze.
for instances like this, where it's not showing you what
I
weapon
would
you
know.
have
I've
when you're
been
playing
there.
on,
Oh.
so,
Alright,
so you
chill
just
out
hold back.
here.
It shows I have
Press the
plasma pistol
button
out. It
as
shows
soon
have
as I
sprint,
say.
and it's all good. So we move up here. You want to be aware of
Press
the
the
fact that
button.
sometimes there's a couple grunts that make their way up here, like they did this time. So don't rush around there.
You just
'cause they
reload
might
my
stick
plasma
you or noob
pistol.
combo you or both.
Alright.
But we killed
If you
everybody.
can.
We're gonna run up here and hit this button to activate
Just smack it a
the
couple
comms
times.
array, and then
Yeah.
a Gauss hog
No,
will be
he
dropped
hears
out.
somebody
What
say
we're gonna
that.
use. So
You
I'm gonna
can't
grab this
reload
rocket
a
launcher,
season, pull
and
the
I'm gonna give
battery
this
out
to
and
the
put a
Marine
new
that
one
I
in.
put the passenger
Oh.
side of my Warthog, so he's a lot more effective. So he's gonna get dropped
Press the
off here in
thingy.
this Warthog,
Press the button.
and I'm going to knock him out of the
I
turret.
pressed
And I'm gonna
it.
put Cat in the turret
Hop to the Warhog.
and give him the rockets here. So switch out here, hop in the hog.
Oh, did you
He'll
press it
hopefully get in
now?
the passenger seat if he's smart.
I already
It might
pressed
take
it.
some finagling to get him to go where he's supposed to. And looks like Cat is stuck over here. She doesn't know how to walk around.
Cat,
Wraith,
get the
so I'm
fuck
gonna go
out of
over
the
here
seat.
for her. I'm gonna hop in.
I saw you
And,
running up.
go make our way down to the beach.
Oh,
Go
God,
back
that's
the
a
way we
firing
came. There's
squad.
gonna be a Revenant probably over here now.
We'll live.
Because
We
it
lived.
dropped off once the Gauss
I
hog
see
is
you
dropped
getting
off
the
as well.
shit shot
So
out
be
of
aware
you.
that. I like to not drive
Just
straight
fucking
ahead, but kind of
Cat
towards the
sitting in
left
the driver's
until he
seat, not
shoots, and
moving.
I come back to the
Cat,
right.
shouldn't
And
we
that
be
usually
going?
takes him out
Cat?
with the Gauss hog
Cat
and the rocket
sees a
side
red Spartan
turns
run
in.
up.
So
Get
you
the
can see
fuck
video
out of the
kind
seat,
blurred a
calls
little bit
her
there.
out.
That's 'cause I cut out a section where I died, and a way you could actually work around this. I'll
Fuck you,
explain
you
this
have
first.
plot armor.
Basically, we're just going to drive up and straight to the sword base where we came from. We're going to go back to sword base, and basically you just drive up here. There's not too much to it. You just drive straight up here, and you want to hit the panel so it starts opening the doors here, and just stay in this general area because the doors won't open if you leave this area. So stay here, wait for them to open, but
Pelican?
stay mobile so you don't get hit by these Revenant or ghost
I
shots.
think we gotta kill all the
So
guys.
hang out here, and then
We need
move
the
forward
gauze
once the
cannon.
doors open. Then we're going to drive up to this barrier
Cat.
and hop into the
Oops.
turret, and we're going to start shooting at all of these enemies that start running down towards us. Make short work of them. Very easy to kill all these guys. The elites take like 3 to 4 hits with a Gauss hog, so you might find
the
it a
fuck?
little difficult if you start shooting them and they start like flying backwards behind cover. But just stick with it, and you should be able to kill these guys in no time. I should go back and talk about the death I was speaking of, and you might be saying, Silver, how'd you die in the lasso playlist? The Iron Skull's on. How are you still going? there's an easy workaround for this, even though it might be a little annoying, and that is to immediately when you die, hit start, and then go to save and quit, and then once you get back to the menu, just hit resume, and it'll load you back up at your last checkpoint. You want to make sure that you hit start right when you die, though. If you let the game load you back in, you'll obviously load back in with the Iron Skull in effect. It'll load you back in the beginning of the mission, so don't let that happen. Hit start and then save and quit right away. But you can see I got out here and started firing at these barriers.
That just sounds like safe
so
building.
that the corners chipped away, and that allows me to get the Warthog up and over it. It might take a few tries. Sometimes I nail on the first try. Sometimes it takes me a long time, but I'm going to skip ahead because this is one of the times it took me a long time to get over. So we're just going to skip to me being a success. And there we go. We got it over. Not entirely, but good enough. So it wasn't pretty, but we got it over here. You could also grenade the Warthog over if you would like.
Yeah.
Kind of a little mini grenade jump there, or a little mini Warthog launch, I should say. That's what I was going for. But there's probably going to be a couple enemies still alive up here. Once you kill the majority of them, a couple retreat. So there might be some hiding behind these barriers here, so you want to be aware of those guys. So you could bail out of the driver's seat and hop back into the Gosshog to finish them off. So that's what's happening here.
That almost...
And this rocket guy is very useful, but sometimes he gets a little trigger happy and might decide to kill his teammates. So I'm kind of nervous with him right next to me here. Spoiler, he doesn't kill me, even though he was the reason I died earlier, the death I was talking about. Thanks, Rocket Marine guy. But it was a good way to bring up the fact that you could work around the Iron Skull. So thank you, Marine. But anyway, we're going to kill this one last elite. It looks like he ran away, and I'm just going to trust that he won't come.
Oops, I shot right past that Marine.
I'm just going to focus on the real big reason why we brought this Gosshog here, and that is to take on these Hunters, because these Hunters are hefty, and they have double the health, because Mythic is on. Thank you, Lasso. So we actually want to move.
Is that raid disabled? Like, what's wrong with it?
To get a better vantage point. Because
but it didn't explode on my screen.
So you don't want to move up. It might seem like you want to move up to get a.
How the hell are we going to get this over?
The Hunters, if you can't.
I mean, this is a checkpoint,
actually,
right? And if we die trying to get it over, then no biggie, right?
Look deeper into the structure here.
So
don't move up unless you really want to move all the way up into the structure. But then you're going to be too close to the Hunters probably. One good thing about the fact that you're on Lasso is it actually stuns the Hunters more, it seems, when you Gosshog them. So if you do get up close to them and just Gosshog them repeatedly, they won't fire at you. They get kind of stunned each time you shoot at them, and you can shoot at them really quickly. So just take them out from afar, and once we do kill the Hunters, we're just going to drive up and finish off all the remaining enemies that are in there. There's going to be 3 grunts and an elite, I believe. So
sorry, Marine.
To take these guys out slowly and surely. Be patient. A lot of being a sweet Lasso player is just being patient. So we're going to move this hog around, and I'm having a real hard time maneuvering this hog at this point. So we're going to move up here, or move back here rather. You can see deeper into the structure, like I was saying, the further back you are. So we kind of pinned the Hunters up against the wall there, which doesn't always happen, but it happened this time.
How the hell did he get over?
Back ourselves up. So kind of a struggle to see them sometimes. Sometimes they like to hide a little bit, so you have to finagle your. And I'm going to give this to them to not drive straight at base and barrier and hop into the turret. And we're going to start shooting at all of these enemies that start running down towards us. Make short work of them. Very easy to kill all these guys. The elites take like 3 to 4 hits with a Gosshog, so you might find it a little difficult if you start shooting them and they start like flying backwards behind cover. But just stick with it, and you should be able to kill these guys in no time. I should go back and talk about the death I was speaking of, and you might be saying, Silver, how'd you die in the Lasso playlist? The Iron Skull's on. How are you still going? There's an easy workaround for this, even though it might be a little annoying, and that is to immediately when you die, hit start, and then go to save and quit, and then once you get back to the menu, just hit resume, and it'll load you back up at your last checkpoint. You want to make sure that you hit start right when you die, though. If you let the game load you back in, you'll obviously load back in with the Iron Skull in effect. It'll load you back in the beginning of the mission, so don't let that happen. Hit start and then save and quit right away. But you can see I got out here and started firing at these barriers so that the corners chipped away, and that allows me to get the Warthog up and over it. It might take a few tries. Sometimes I nail on the first try. Sometimes it takes me a long time, but I'm going to skip ahead because this is one of the times it took me a long time to get over. So we're just going to skip to me being a success.
Oh well.
And there we go. We got it over.
Wait,
Oh, he lived!
But,
He lived!
good enough.
Up in, brother.
Pretty, but we got it over here. You could also grenade the Warthog over if you would like.
Oh wait, whoops! I
Kind
thought
of
that
a
was the
little mini
in the
grenade jump
background.
there, or a little mini Warthog launch, I should say. That's what I was going for. But there's probably going
You
to
know
be a
what, I'll
couple
take him
enemies still
fucking up
alive
a
up here.
grenade
Once you
throw for
kill
once.
the majority of them, a couple retreat.
Alright.
So there might be some hiding behind these barriers here, so you want to be aware of those guys. So you could bail out of the driver's seat and hop back into the Gosshog to finish them off. So that's what's happening here. And this rocket guy
Shoot
is
at the hunters.
very useful, but sometimes he gets a little trigger happy and might decide to kill his teammates. So I'm kind of nervous with him right next
really
to me
see
here.
him.
Spoiler, he doesn't kill me, even though
I
he
knocked
was the
him
reason
back
I
too
died
far.
earlier.
Oh,
The
there
death
he
I was
is.
talking about. Thanks, Rocket Marine guy.
Can't see him
it was a
anymore.
good way to bring up the
There we
fact
go.
that you could work around the Iron Skull. So thank you, Marine. But anyway, we're going to kill this one last elite. It looks like he ran away, and I'm just going to trust that he won't come and nade me from the side. So I'm just going to focus on the real big reason why we brought this Gosshog here.
Can
and
you
that is
move
to
us a bit
take on
closer?
These hunters, because these hunters are
Like, because
hefty,
I'm mainly just
and they
seeing their
have
feet
double
and
the
shooting
health
them in the wing
because,
for them to
mythic
waddle
armor.
back
Thank
up.
you, lasso. So we actually want to move the hog further back to get a better vantage point because geometry.
Can't see him.
So you don't want to move up. It might seem like you want to move up to get a
Try
closer
backing in.
view of the hunters if you can't see them. But actually,
we don't want to
being
get
a little
too
further
far
back
in,
gives
'cause
you
they'll fucking
a
blast the
look
hell out of
deeper
us.
into
Yeah, but we
the
move
structure here.
faster forward.
So don't move up unless you really want to move all the way up into the structure.
There we go.
Then you're
There we go. I
too
can see
close
him.
to the hunters probably. One good thing about the fact that you're on lasso is it actually stuns the hunters more, it seems,
Alright.
when you Gosshog them. So if you do get up close to them and just Gosshog them repeatedly, they won't fire at you. They get kind of stunned each time you shoot at them, and you can shoot at them really quickly. So just take them out from afar, and
They're, like,
once we
way in
do
the back
kill
now.
the hunters, we're just going to drive up and finish off all the remaining enemies that are in there. There's going to be 3 grunts and an elite, I believe. So we're just going to take these guys out slowly and surely. Be patient. A lot of being
Yeah, I can't even shoot at them anymore.
lasso
They're just
player
way too
is,
far back.
Just being patient. So we're gonna move this hog around, and I'm having a real hard time maneuvering this hog at this point. So we're going to move up here, or move back here rather. You can see deeper into the structure, like I was saying. The further back you are,
Jesus, man.
we kind of pinned the hunters up against the wall there, which doesn't always happen.
Oh,
Where'd the other one
Happened
go?
this time,
The other
so we're
one's
gonna have
dead.
to back ourselves up.
Back up!
So kind of a struggle to see them sometimes. Sometimes they like to hide a little bit, so you have to.
Let's get this in an elevator.
Kind of annoying,
And die
but,
instantly.
that's all right.
Hell yeah.
We'll take this over going, hand-to-hand combat with them any day.
I still
this
deep
is the part
down
where I was
wish that you
struggling.
could
This is what I
steal
was
the
thinking of.
hunter's arm cannons.
I was like, I don't want to
Right.
back up any further. I just want to turn, and I was not having it.
You're my wife, I'm allowed to do this.
Sometimes you just need to back up a little more to get more clearance. I didn't want to do it. Anyway,
She's got
we're
a nice
gonna
ass,
drive
though.
up like I mentioned.
I
pick
know.
up the
Why do you think
grunts
she's my
and
wife?
Elites that are in this area. Just one elite. And there he
Why
goes.
do you give
and,
your wife
so
Mjolnir
there's
Spartan armor
another grunt
so
back
I can
there.
beat on
Take
her
him
without
out.
affecting her
two
appearance?
rockets for the
What?
grunt.
You
I
heard
was
me.
overzealous, especially when I'm Goss-hogging him.
Whoops.
We're going to move up here, and I'm going to get a plasma pistol and make sure that I have full health and full shield, like I mentioned earlier. We're going to overcharge plasma pistol to the ground, and that splash
Who
damage
knew
will
that
hit us
using
and allow us to
glasses
pick up
cover is a
the
bad
health
idea?
pack. So we're going to move up here with full health and shield, and we have a DMR, we have a plasma pistol. We're going to hit this
I'm dead.
elevator control. Again, there's no
So we
nav
don't go
points
back too
because
far.
the blind skull's on. But we have Kat over here doing some kind of
just took an
freaky
elevator, I
levitation.
thought.
I don't know
No,
what
we're good.
type of witchcraft she's partaking in. Maybe she's doing her best Guardian impression. Maybe that's some foreshadowing there. Ooh. But right when this door opens, we're going to sprint to the left. And it might be scary, but just sprint
what?
right at this elite, wrap up around behind him, and
I'll
he
take
might
it. We
melee
didn't
you,
die.
but that's
Oh,
actually
wait,
kind
you
of a good
died. I
thing.
died.
He'll melee you, but you have full health and full shield, so it won't kill you. And while he's recovering from that, you can just
I was
wrap
aiming
up
for
around
that
behind
grunt.
him and melee and kill him with one hit. And then after that, there's a really good chance that the grunts will all turn into suicide grunts because they get angry that you've killed their leader. So they'll just chase you, but you could throw down a nade or two that they could just walk into and blow them up. But you could also just shoot them if you need to. I was just conserving ammo, but that's not 100%
Spank your
essential.
wife, the fuck
We don't
you
really
gonna
need to
do
save
Oh,
anything
the ass
at this
physics.
point.
They freaked out for a
you can see
second. We got
Noble Team's
a
in
nice
here
bit
on
of ass
Sword Base.
jiggle.
Shout out
That
to
makes
one of the
lasso
most
worth it.
played, multiplayer maps in Reach. and they will basically
This
just kill
mission
everybody
hasn't
on the
been
ground floor if you
too
let them. So you
bad.
can just stand here if you want. I'm going to help them out to speed things up a little bit.
No,
You
but
can
we
really just
deserve it
stand,
for
and hide in
the
this hallway here
atrocity
and
that
wait
was the
for them
first
to
level.
Clear out this bottom
Right.
floor before moving
Hold on,
forward.
Dad.
So there's
I
4
didn't even
jackals
have time
and
to
an elite on the
fucking
bottom
armor
floor.
lock that. Goddamn.
And we're just going to,
You did.
do it up.
Yeah.
The mobile team does.
I walked in and he
Slice and
fucking
cubbies.
stuck me. I literally didn't
Wait for
have
that
time to
happen.
armor lock.
Wait for you to do it yourself.
Sir,
It's gonna happen.
please,
so it looks
calm
like
down.
we've only got the elite left here. So, but we're just going to take a page out of our book we've been using, which is pepper him from afar, and we're just going to wait for his shields to pop, and then we can headshot him. Again, you don't need to do this at all.
There's
You can just
nowhere
wait
to
for the mobile
go.
team to do it. If you're not confident in staying alive, I'm confident in my sidestepping abilities, even though he's trying to nade me. So I'm just going to keep speeding this part up. We got him to drop his shield. We popped him in the head. We're going to go up this ramp and jump onto this ledge. And
I still
we're going
like
to
the fact
run
that they
across
added
it. You don't
ass
need to
physics
take out
to
these
reach.
guys. I never
Right.
do. I don't know why I did. At this point, you just run right past this window, and they might shoot you like once or twice, but they're not.
You also
gonna do
gotta love how they
significant
made
damage.
Cat the worst driver.
But we're
Like, I
just
swear
going
that
to
was
move up
a
here,
women are bad
and we don't
drivers
want to go
joke.
into where those jackals were, because that will spawn in everybody else.
Like
in
they
these upper
openly
floors.
admitted, like, yeah,
So
we kept
that is
it
why
so that
we, took the path we did.
Cat
So
was the
stick to
worst
path
driver in
I
this
took.
game.
You don't want to risk spawning
Why?
all the guys up here, because there is a
Tradition,
fuel rod wielding
according
elite that
to
spawns
them.
up here if that happens, and that's not good.
What's the
So we got
tradition?
more DMR ammo on the wall there. There's some rockets. Then I have DMR and rockets.
I mean,
There's
I
two
guess
health
it makes
packs on the wall
sense
to my
that
left
she
of
wouldn't
me.
be as good at
And all that
driving,
remains are
considering
2
of
jackals and 2 invisible
her
elites that we
arm
dropped off as
being
well, along with
evidence
really
of a
something and
reckless
bunch of,
person.
banshees, which sounds
Right.
worse than it is. But we're just going to take out the jackals with a rocket.
Like, she had to lose her arm from something.
Yeah,
There's health right here. Grab
Yeah,
one,
yeet.
like I mentioned.
Yeah,
and there's
yeet.
rocket
You
ammo
can
right
only
here on
get-
the ground.
do
so
so
we're gonna
much,
move
bitch.
up once we take out those 2 jackals to this crate, and we're just going to look over here because there's going to be 2 invisible elites that are
I
dropped
just
off
got
there.
one
Ow.
tapped.
Ideally,
We
want
both
to shoot
just
the
got
wall
one
so they get
tapped.
blasted off the
Yeah,
edge
I was
and we don't
standing
have to deal
right
with them at
behind
all.
you.
I have
think I
an
blast
idea.
one off, but one stays alive.
Just
So
throw
we're
all your
going to
grenades.
Shoot the wall
Just
about
throw 'em.
there.
Don't
Actually,
don't
I
matter.
directly
Just
hit
throw
one of
them
them,
all.
so that took that
Spam
guy
'em.
out. And sometimes you could blast 1 or 2 of them off the map. Sometimes
just
you
gonna
don't blast
run
any.
after
You
him.
broke
You
his
direct
shields.
hits. But we got
Yep,
one,
that's all
so
we
now we
need.
have to worry about the other one here. So we have some rockets still, but we just want to be cautious here. We're at the end of the mission. We don't want to die. Obviously, if we do die, we could always
I stuck him.
start save and
Did
quit
it kill
and
him?
resume to bring us
Killed
back
us
here,
both.
pretty much with whatever checkpoint
good.
we have.
I can
but
hear him
obviously,
screaming still, so it
if we don't have to
obviously
do that,
did.
if we could
I
avoid
went
that,
through
that'd be great.
multiple pains
Let's
in
not
class.
die. How about that? So just be cautious here. Obviously, he's invisible, so it's tough to spot him. That's what invisibility kind of
Getting
is.
one tapped
So we're just
by
going to.
concussions.
I start shooting at this Phantom because I don't know where this
Alright,
elite is, and
I'm
I'm
gonna
trying
kill the
to kind
grunts.
of
I have an idea.
start shooting at the Phantom to take him out because we have to do that before. we
Witness
can do the
me!
mission. But I'm also trying to draw the elite out. I don't want to, go to him. I want him to come to me because obviously he has the advantage if I'm like wrapping around a corner.
didn't
and
even
he's
turn around.
hiding
He just
camping
elbowed me
behind it, and
slightly
he's
and I
invisible.
died.
So if I could get him to come towards me, I could see him coming and he could start shooting at me, which gives him away even more, which is pretty much exactly how it played out, all according to plan. Got him to start firing at me, which gave away his position. Then I could just rocket him a couple times to finish him off. And you don't have to use a rocket to get his attention. You could use any weapon, really.
My health.
But just use that DMR like as a giant turkey call.
But I'm dead.
A very loud, very deadly turkey call. And the turkey that comes when you fire it is a giant alien in power armor with energy shields and a plasma rifle. But anyway, at this point, you can see we're pretty much done. There's a bunch of rocket ammo lying around the map here. So
I
we're
like
just
that
gonna
line
use
that
it
he
to
just
finish
spat
off
out.
these
I stuck him.
phantoms, or just this one phantom and these multiple banshees. You don't really have to do this at all. Emil will do it all by himself if you
Stuck
just
him
let
again, or not,
So
but
you
he's
could
standing
safely
right on
just
top of
hide
it.
back here if you want, but I'm going to help things along by contributing, doing my part for the betterment of Reach, which will be all for naught since it's going to fall anyway. But I guess there's some hope at the end of the tunnel for Reach after the war here, so maybe it is, for the betterment
Keep
that
him
we take out this
distracted.
Phantom. And the Banshees
God damn it.
could be the turning point.
Alright.
His shields weren't even dropped.
Me taking out those
You
aircraft
keep the elite
could be
distracted
the reason
in that
why
hall.
I'm trying.
at the end of
Just
the game.
don't die.
But anyway, there's some dialogue now that everyone's dead. There'll be a cutscene, and that's it for the
He's just
second
throwing
part of
grenades at me.
round for Lasso Reach.
I armor
Only
locked
sword
because he
base.
stuck me,
Next
and then he
time
just
we'll
kept
have
throwing grenades
Nightfall
at
Part
me.
3, which will be very quick, very easy. If you've never seen it before, you're going to be
Sir,
like, wow, that was
You're
very
quite
quick and easy.
possibly the worst,
Anyway,
rudest
thanks for watching,
elite I have
guys,
met.
and I'll see you for that next one on Nightfall.
Poor grunt.
Thanks for watching, guys. If you found that video helpful, be sure to click on the scorpion icon to subscribe and hit that bell for notifications. You can also check out some related guides by clicking on the videos on screen, and you can find links in the description for other social media links of mine. Stay tuned for more Halo guides, and I'll see you in the next one.
Alright, let's do that, but with less dying.
Nope. God damn, I bled a lot.
What's up, guys? Silver here with part 3 of our lasso walkthrough. This is Nightfall. This is the fastest and easiest mission in Halo Reach. You could skip most of the enemies in this mission, so it makes it very manageable. We're going to start off by sprinting forward, and we're going to come upon an elite who has his back to us, so we're just going to assassinate him real quick. You want to make sure that you just tap the assassination button. You don't want to go into the full animated assassination, because that will draw attention to you from the surrounding enemies. Some of them are sleeping, but some are awake, so you want to make sure you kill that elite quick. Just a quick back smack, and then we're going to sprint in this direction and just keep going for a little bit. But for this next section, the enemies spawn in random locations, so this might work, it might not. It usually does, though, and if it doesn't, you can always just restart. But a little prior to this, I like to stop sprinting, so I have full sprint once I reach this part.
Yeah.
When I jump onto this balcony over here, I want to have full sprint, so I can just sprint around and hug the right and wrap around this building, and we can see that nobody spotted me this time around, which is good. That will usually happen. Again, sometimes it doesn't, but you can always restart the mission and get there easily enough very quickly. There's a health pack on the wall there if you need it, but we're going to run past the enemies here and run straight into the building ahead, and you don't always need to throw that grenade. I like to throw it in case there's a bunch of enemies kind of gathered there. Sometimes there's more than other run-throughs, and sometimes there's not that many, like this time. So I didn't need to throw the grenade there, but if there was a bunch of enemies hanging out there, you can throw the grenade to just stun them. You don't really care about killing them. You just want to stun them so they don't shoot at you right away.
That worked.
This is very unusual. The grenade is usually on this turret, so I usually just snipe them in the head before running out here. Jump down here and follow this path. And
don't worry,
use our second grenade to throw at these two guys who are coming around the corner. There's a grunt and a jackal, and you want to just stun them as much as possible. You're not really concerned with getting the kills here, more so than just getting them to not shoot at you. So throw nades so they dodge, and then you could just continue shooting at them if you can while you're moving past them, so they don't have a chance to shoot back at you. And then we're going to hop up on this rock and watch these giant indigenous creatures go to town on these grunts. And you can help them out as well. Really, we are done with the side area that we need to make it to, and we're just going to cruise through the rest of the mission. You could just wait for these giant animals to kill all the grunts, or you can just help them out. Rifle did not last long, by the way. You have a ton of sniper rifle ammo to start this mission, and we didn't really use any of it. So feel free to use as much as you want, because we don't really need it at all anymore. I sped this part up because we're going through some caverns or some passes, whatever you want to call them. So this is an area where we're going to totally ignore the objective. We're supposed to help the local militia survive. There's a bunch of waves of Covenant that come at these guys, but we're going to just totally leave them, hang them out to dry, and we're going to jump up on this rock and jump up here. But if that's too tough for you, you could always just wrap around this way. It's a little more risky because you get closer to the elite enemies towards the middle of this section. And you can see I'm getting shot at now by the turret on that Phantom because I took a little longer than usual to wrap around here. But we just took cover real quick and waited for him to become distracted by the militia over there, and then we just
I turned the corner and there was a suicide grunt right there.
Speed this part up because we're just running through some caverns. There's
we didn't lose that
follow
much
this
progress.
path. And we're going to come to the powerhouse section, the multiplayer map, and this is a really easy section as well. This whole mission
no
is
shooting in this area.
Once you
just
get past
punch
those
everything
two
in
first
existence.
sections that you run through.
Those
are the only real risky sections. But there's an elite up here, and there's some sleeping grunts as well. So we want to make sure we take the elite back.
Unless it's a grunt, because we do have the
hide behind
MRs.
these rocks and wait for the elite to move. Just kind of look at him, wait for him to move, and then once he does, we'll to close the gap and come up behind him and smack him.
Very nice.
Moved. Now we know we have enough time before he moves again, where we could get up behind him, smack him in the back. These grunts we want to punch in
I still have armor off.
We don't want to punch them from the side or from behind them because that will get their methane tanks to explode possibly, which might get the other enemies to wake up, which would not be good. But get in this forklift because we're going to use it to go through this doorway. Normally you have to fight a bunch of enemies to kind of get these doors to open eventually, but we're going to just park the forklift with your left side up against it, because when you get out of a forklift, it ejects you to the left of the vehicle. So if we line up the vehicle where it's ejecting us right between the two doors,
one of the Marines just got blown over the railing and landed on like a little
we
ledge.
could go to the other
He's
side
kind
of
of
them.
stuck in there
You
now.
can see when you're in a forklift, you have a third-person point of view, so you can see where you're being ejected to if you just rotate your camera. So I can see if I need to move up a little bit or move back a little bit to get closer to that crack. But once you're through, you want to immediately start
Look at us
shooting
moving like an actual
by
god.
the door. All the enemies in this area will
just
spawn
got
in,
kicked
but if
in
you
the
move
face.
forward quickly
Spartan
enough,
kicked
they
in
will
the
all
face.
not spawn in, and you could just run to the end of the mission with no further resistance at all. It's great.
As I
One
was
thing
saying,
should
look
mention
at
is
us,
the
we're
fact that
doing
the Iron
good.
Skull will send you back to the
Pick
beginning of the
up.
mission if you die while you're playing solo.
Spartan
But there's a really easy workaround for that. If you do die, just immediately hit start and then go to save and quit. It'll kick you back to the menu, and then you just hit resume on the playlist, and you will start up at your last checkpoint, wherever it is. And with that, that's the end of this guide. A quick and easy one. Who would have thought I'd be saying that after a lasso run? And that
I'm so
I'll
glad
see
I
you on
had
the next
armor
one,
lock.
guys, which will be Tip of the Spear. Thanks for watching, guys. If you found that video helpful, be sure to click on the scorpion icon to subscribe and hit that bell for notifications. You can also check out some related guides by clicking on the videos on screen, and you can find links in the description for other social media links of mine. Stay tuned for more Halo guides, and I'll see you in the next one.
Can't do this on my own. Need another Spartan up here. 6, get to the top floor and assist the meal.
Oh, you're dead. Hey there, Mr. Elite downstairs. That's armor just broke as I fell down.
Movement's gonna rip this base apart. What's the situation, Noble? Can't do this on my own.
Nice.
Need another Spartan up here.
That's the one issue with armor lock. Since they don't run out of grenades, they can just keep throwing grenades at you.
I just got firing squad. Jesus.
Movement's gonna rip this base apart. What's the situation, Noble?
Where'd he go?
I threw a grenade so he was pissed off.
Yeah, he pissed off all the way up to the next ramp.
And assist the meal.
Just throw nades and punch. How did he do this part?
I mean, we've done pretty good so far. It's just RNG.
Right.
And we're just going to wait for his shields to pop, and then we can headshot him. Again, R and rockets. There's 2 health. Again, you don't need to do this at all. You can just wait for Noble Team to do it. If you're not confident in staying alive, I'm confident in my sidestepping abilities, even though he's trying to nade me. I'm just going to keep speeding this part up. We got him to drop his shield.
Isn't
pop
there a
him in the
shotgun
head. We're
somewhere?
going to go up this ramp
Even
and
though
jump
it's
onto
probably
this ledge,
useless.
and we're going to run right across it. You don't need to take out these guys. I never do. I don't know why I did. At this point, you just run right past this window, and they might shoot you like once or twice, but they're not going to do any significant damage. But we're just going to move up here, and you don't want to go into where those jackals were, because that will spawn in everybody else in these
Oh
other
shit!
floors.
This has
So
ammo.
that is
Oh,
why
hold
we took the path we did.
Let me just,
Stick to the
tell you
path
real
I
quick.
took.
Right.
You don't want to risk spawning in all the guys up here, because there is a fuel rod wielding elite that spawns up here if that happens, and that's not good.
Follow
So
me.
we got more DMR ammo on the wall there. There's some rockets. Then I have DMR and rockets. There's 2 health packs on the wall to my left if you need it. And all that remains are 2 jackals and 2 invisible elites that we dropped off as well, along with a phantom and a bunch of banshees, which sounds worse than it is. But we're just going to take out the jackals with a rocket. 1 rocket each works. There's health right here. Grabbed 1, like I mentioned. And there's rocket ammo right here on the ground, so we're going to move up once we take out those 2 jackals to this crate.
Alright, what
We're
do
just
I
going to
do
look over
with the
why we
fuel?
took the path we did. So stick to the path I took. You don't want to risk spawning in all the guys up here, because there is a fuel rod wielding elite that spawns up here if that happens, and that's not good. So we got more DMR ammo on the wall there. There's some rockets.
Well, that's
Then I
just
have
kind of
DMR and
BS.
rockets. There's 2 health packs on the wall to my left if you need it. And all that
I thought they were all spawned
remains
into
are 2
from the
jackals
get-go
and 2
when you
invisible
played
elites
this
that we dropped
mission.
off as well, along with a phantom and a bunch of banshees, which sounds worse than it is. But we're just going to
Now
take
I'm
out
upset.
the jackals with a rocket.
Somebody should mod this
1 rocket
level.
each works. There's health right here.
What kind of
Grab 1,
fucking
like I
shit is
mentioned.
this?
And there's rocket ammo right here on the ground, so we're going to move up.
I mean,
and
it's
take out the
clever,
two
but,
jackals
like,
to this crate,
bro.
and we're just going to look over here, because there's going to be 2
Especially since
invisible
we're,
elites that are
dodging
dropped
a
off
fuel
there.
rod guy.
And ideally, we want to shoot the wall so they get blasted off the edge, and we don't have to deal with them at all.
I don't know, man. Just sounds like
but 1 stays
kind
alive.
of breaks the
So we're just
fucking
going
level.
to shoot the wall about there. Actually, I directly hit 1 of them, so that took that guy out. And sometimes you could blast 1 or 2 of them off the map. Sometimes you don't blast any. Sometimes you get a direct hit. But we got 1, so now we have to worry about the other one here. So we have some rockets still,
Damn.
but we just want to be cautious.
Can't
here.
even
We're at
get
the end
out
of the
long
mission.
enough
We
to
don't wanna
lock
die.
on, really.
Obviously, if we do die, we could always hit start,
don't
save and
lock
quit,
on.
and then resume to bring us back
we got
here
the
pretty
spiders.
much with whatever checkpoint we have. But obviously,
Well,
if we
let's
don't have
take
to do
care of
that, if
the
we could
two
avoid
guys
that, that'd be
here
great.
first.
Let's not die. How about that? So just be cautious here. Obviously, he's invisible, so it's tough to spot him. That's what invisibility kind of is. So we're just going to... I start shooting at this Phantom because I don't know where this elite is, and I'm trying to kind of start shooting at the Phantom to take him out, because we have to do that before the end of the mission. But I'm also trying to draw the elite out. I don't want to, go to him. I want him to come to me, because obviously he has the advantage if I'm like wrapping around a corner and he's hiding, camping.
Well, I found the invisible guy.
So if I could get him to come towards me,
and I cannon fired a rocket directly in my face.
Away even more, which is pretty much exactly how it played out, all according to plan. Got him to start firing at me, which gave away his position. Then I can just rocket him a couple times to finish him off. And you don't have to use a rocket to get his attention. You can use any weapon, really. But just use that DMR like as a giant turkey call. A very loud, very deadly turkey call. And the turkey that comes when you fire it is a giant alien in power armor with energy shields and a plasma rifle. But anyway, at this point you can see we're pretty much done. There's a bunch of rocket ammo lying around the map here, so we're just going to use it to finish off these Phantoms, or just this one Phantom and these multiple Banshees. You don't really have to do this at all. Emil will do it all by himself if you just let him. So you could safely just hide back here if you want, but I'm going to help things along by contributing, doing my part for the betterment of Reach, which will be all for naught since it's going to fall anyway. But I guess there's some hope at the end of the tunnel for Reach. After the war here, so
don't die.
Maybe it is, for the
I'm hanging back.
Take out this Phantom, and these Banshees could be the turning point here. Me taking out those aircraft could be the reason why Reach has hope at the end of this game.
Just hang back.
But anyway, there's some dialogue now
it's for
that
the
everyone's
two
dead.
invisible
There'll be a cutscene.
Yeah, you hang back and they come
that's
after
it for
you.
the second part
you can
of
get rid of them
9
completely with one
Lasso
rocket.
Reach. That is only sword
Or you
based.
can just wait
Next
for them to
time
come to
we'll
us
have
and get rid of them with one rocket.
Which will be very quick, very easy. If you've never seen it before, you're going to be like, wow, that was very quick and easy. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you for that next one on Nightfall. Thanks for watching, guys. If you found that video helpful, be sure to click on the scorpion icon to subscribe and hit that bell for notifications. You can also check out some related guides by clicking on the videos on screen, and you can find links in the description for other social media links of mine. Stay tuned for more Halo guides, and I'll see you in the next one.
U.S. Cellular, we're building a powerful new 5G
Yeah, I did.
that breaks down barriers.
It's just fucking hitting them because they're firing a rocket.
Right.
Unlimited data starts at $30 a month. It's the best value in wireless. U.S. Cellular, choose fair.
It is literally free money. Why would you not install it? Honey, but not this one. They are a free browser extension available on almost any internet browser. Like coupon scans the internet, and we save $10. Honey knows every code discounted sale on
These
over
jackals need
20,000
to fuck
websites.
off.
Look, Walmart,
That's
eBay,
priority
there's
one,
so
because
many.
they like to
Those
charge
of
you.
who have
Just
installed
be like,
Honey
hey,
using my link have
do
saved
you have a
almost
nice
$4
penis?
million. This is all you
fucking
do. Click
rip
here,
my pants
click
off
here,
and shoot me
done.
immediately.
You can get Honey for free at joinhoney.com. There's no reason not to. You will save hundreds of dollars over the course of your life, maybe even thousands if you use it.
He's fucking dead. I got one.
I need help. Alright, down.
What's up, guys? Silver here with part 3 of our
We should
Lasso
kinda, like,
walkthrough.
back-
This is
back-
Nightfall. This is
I'm
the
good.
fastest and easiest mission in Halo Reach. You could skip most of the enemies in this mission, so it makes it very manageable. We're going to start off by sprinting forward, and we're going to come upon an elite who has his back to us. So we're just going to assassinate him real quick. You want to make sure that you just tap the assassination
careful,
button. You don't want to go into the
careful.
full animated assassination, because that will draw attention to you from the surrounding enemies. Some of them are sleeping, but some are awake, so
We
you want to
just-
make sure you kill that elite quick.
We can't
Just
worry
a
about
quick
the
back
top
smack,
guys
and then we're going
yet.
to
I
sprint
gotta
in this
blow them
direction
off.
and just keep going for a little bit. But for this next section, the enemies spawn in random locations, so this might work, it might not. It usually does, though, and if it doesn't, you can always just restart. But a little prior to this, I like to stop sprinting, so I have full sprint once I reach this part. When I jump onto this
Where the hell did
balcony
you go?
over here, I want to have full sprint, so I can just sprint around
Who's in that hallway?
to the
Where'd he
right
go?
and wrap around this building,
know,
and
but
you can
he
see
likes
that
to
nobody
run
spotted me
down the
this time
hallway
around,
like a
which is
bitch.
good. That will usually happen. Again, sometimes it doesn't, but you can always restart the mission and get there easily enough very quickly. There's a health pack on the wall there if you
Alright,
need it.
that's
But we're going to
down.
run past the enemies here and run straight into the
There he
building
is.
ahead. And you don't
Got
always
him.
need to throw that grenade. I like to throw it in case there's a bunch of enemies kind of gathered there. Sometimes there's more than other run-throughs, and sometimes there's not that many, like this time. So I didn't need to throw the nade there, but if there was a bunch of enemies hanging out there, you throw the nade to just stun them. You don't really care about killing them. You just want to stun them so they don't shoot at you right away. And this is very unusual. The grunt here is usually on this turret, so I usually just snipe him in the head before running out here, jump down here and follow this path. And
can we please hit the fucking things?
These two guys who are coming around the corner. There's a grunt and a jackal, and you want to just stun them as much as possible. You're not really concerned with
we got one.
Getting the kills here more so than just getting them to not shoot.
Because they were all so tight to each other that they
and then you
literally couldn't dodge if they wanted
shooting
to.
At them if you can while you're moving past them, so they don't have a chance to shoot back at you. And then we're going to hop up on this rock and watch these giant indigenous creatures go to town on these grunts. And you can help them out
I guess I'm out of ammo.
Really, we are done with the hardest part of the mission already, and we're just going to cruise through the rest of the mission. You could just wait for these giant animals to kill all the grunts, or you can just help them out to speed things up a little bit. You have a ton of sniper rifle ammo to start this mission, and we didn't really use any of it, so feel free to use as much as you want, because we don't really need it at all anymore. But I sped this part up because we're just running through some caverns or some passes, whatever you want to call them. So this is an area where we're going to totally ignore the objective. We're supposed to help the local militia survive. There's a bunch of waves of Covenant that come at these guys, but we're going to just totally leave them, hang them out to dry, and we're going to jump up on this rock and jump up here. But if that's too tough for you, you could always just wrap around this way. It's a little more risky as you get closer to
Fuck you, Emil.
all the other enemies towards the middle of this section.
all the fucking
you can see I'm getting shot at now by the turret
Go screw
on that
yourself.
Phantom because I took a little longer than usual to wrap around here. But we just took cover real quick and waited for him to become distracted by the
Goddamn!
militia.
Look at how pretty that shit is.
Started going over here again.
That's a nice ass
We're going to
warship.
speed this part up because we're just running through some
I
caverns.
mean,
There's
at least we
nothing
didn't
to it.
die
Just
as many
follow this
times as
path.
we did last mission.
And we're going to
Exactly.
come to the powerhouse.
And this next
section,
mission is
No,
easier.
Jerry!
This is a really easy section as well. This whole mission is very easy once you get past those two first sections that you run through. Those are the only real risky sections.
But Jerry was
Up
on
here,
there.
And there's some sleeping grunts as well, so we want to make sure we take the elite by surprise.
Can you imagine this Spartan getting super upset because they took out the one warship that his elite lover was on?
And then once he does, we'll be able to close the gap and come up behind him and smack him. So he's moved. Now we know we have enough time before he moves again, where we can get up behind him, smack him in the back. These grunts we want to punch in the head. We don't want to punch them from the side or from behind them because that will get their methane tanks to explode possibly, which might get the other enemies to wake up, which would not be good. But get in this forklift because we're going to use it to go through this doorway. Normally you have to fight a bunch of enemies to kind of get these doors to open eventually, but we're going to just park the forklift with your left side up against it because when you get out of a forklift, it ejects you to the left of the vehicle. So
He says mom, but the captions say he says
right
ma'am.
between the two doors. It will actually get us to squeeze through the two doors and we could go to the other side of them. But you can see when you're in a forklift, you have a third-person point of view, so you can see where you're being ejected to if you just rotate your camera. So I can see if I need to move up a little bit or move back a little bit to get closer to that crack. But once you're through, you want to immediately start sprinting because if you actually hang out by that door, all the enemies in this area will spawn in. But if you move forward quickly enough, they will all not spawn in, and you can just run to the end of the mission with no further resistance at all. It's great. One thing I should mention is the fact that the Iron Skull will send you back to the beginning of the mission if you die while you're playing solo. But there's a really easy workaround for that. If you do die, just immediately hit start and then go to save and quit. It'll kick you back to the menu, and then you just hit resume on the playlist, and you will start up at your last checkpoint wherever it is.
So this next
and with that,
mission's
that's the
even
end of this
easier.
guide. A quick and easy one. Who would have thought I'd be saying that after a lasso run? And that rhymes. So I'll see you on the next one, guys, which will be Tip of the Spear. Thanks for watching, guys. If you found that video helpful, be sure to click on the scorpion icon to subscribe and hit that bell for notifications. You can also check out some related guides by clicking on the videos on screen, and you can find links in the description for other social media links of mine. Stay tuned for more Halo guides, and I'll see you in the next one.
For the abundance of Oni excavation data stored there, and you let them get away.
Data retrieval was not a command directive. Even had we known, we had other more urgent matters to attend to.
Like warning the planet.
Professor Sorbad's final entry in his field notes made reference to a latch key discovery.
What's up, guys? Silver here with part 4 of our fun romp through Halo Reach's Lasso campaign playlist. This is
The data module your lieutenant commander stole contains it.
Cat.
Before you ask, I was alerted the moment you attempted to access its contents, as I am with any unauthorized tap. That data is classified Tier 1. I could send you to the brig for interfering with my work.
Maybe you'd like to join her.
I'm sorry?
We're currently under emergency planetary directive, winter contingency. I'm sure you're familiar with the punishment for civilian interference with the Spartan deployment.
Are you threatening me, Commander?
Just making a reading suggestion, ma'am.
Fuck.
Let's move, noble team.
Mom?
That will be all, George.
Fuck. This mission, by the way, is extremely easy. Just do exactly as I say, and we'll get through it alive.
Do exactly the opposite of what you say.
Exactly.
Is this one where we can just run past everything?
Basically.
Recon Bravo. The sector ahead is dark to electronic surveillance.
Covenant can block our instruments?
Search would seem.
So we don't even shoot at anything, we just keep running.
Elite. He's yours. Do it quiet. Not bad.
Pow! Alert the entire enemy.
Didn't need to, they did.
That didn't do shit.
We're not sniping, we're just running.
Standing by to copy, over.
Well, I wanted to see if I could kill him.
Yeah, we can.
Negative, too small. You're not in the dark.
I mean, we can, it just takes literally all of our ammo to keep one.
Already engaged.
God damn. Okay then. I'm dead. I tried running and they just fucking pinned me down with sniper fire. Alright, you lead the way. Jesus!
Right? Hey, Ash! What?
Alright,
One.
Behind us.
Back here. You know what? Fuck.
Alright, just lead the way.
This way.
Recon Bravo to Noble 2. Stand by for contact report.
Standing by to copy, over.
We have eyes on multiple hostiles patrolling a settlement. Is what we're looking for, Cat?
Negative, too small. You're not in the dark zone yet. Engage at your own discretion, but keep moving.
You heard us, 6. Drop those tangos.
Go.
I'm getting the fuck out. Fuck you.
This is a stealth mission. Why we weren't given active camo, I don't know.
What? You don't like my cookie? Open fire!
You bitch!
Where are we going?
I'm right here.
Nice.
Take that quick second to heal.
Taking enemy fire!
We can't even heal though.
Fucking.
There you are.
I got grenaded.
Yeah, I saw the Brent throw the grenade in front of you.
They've almost made it past the hard part. Beat 'em up.
I never understood that. It's like, sometimes they're the most imprecise motherfuckers with their grenades. Other times, they literally weave it between your legs so it lands just in front of you.
Is what we're looking for, Cat?
Negative, too small. You're not in the dark zone yet.
Yeah, that's right.
Recon Bravo to Noble 2. Stand by for contact report.
Standing by to copy, over.
Where you
We
at?
have eyes on multiple hostiles.
I went down to the left. Well, path we went last time?
No, we just went up. We just fell off the cliff.
Engage at your own discretion, but
Yeah.
keep moving.
Down to the left. I'm dead. Yeah, that's where I went.
Bravo to Noble 2. Stand by for contact report.
Standing by to copy, over.
We have eyes on multiple hostiles patrolling the settlement. Is what we're looking for, Cat?
Negative. Too small.
I wonder if it's possible to do this without being spotted.
Engage at your own discretion. Keep moving.
Already engaged.
I didn't know about this little area.
What little area?
Directly behind the building.
Is it safer? Oh, yeah.
Then all we have to do is just come right here. Hop. Hop.
Nope.
Well,
Got lasered to the face.
yeah, first part's not getting noticed. That's the
Yeah, we got noticed big time.
Yeah.
I think one of them just shot at me. Yeah.
Could y'all not be a fucking bitch?
Stand by for contact report.
Standing by to copy, over.
We have eyes on multiple hostiles patrolling the settlement. Is what we're looking for.
Well, time to kill myself.
Too small. You're not in the dark.
Didn't even get a chance to. He literally shot me out of the air before gravity could take hold.
It's a bit of a overpowered. Not gonna lie.
Recon Bravo to Noble 2. Stand by for contact report.
Standing by to copy, over.
We have eyes on multiple hostiles patrolling the settlement. Is what we're looking for, Cat?
Negative. Too small. You're not in the dark zone yet. Engage at your own discretion, but keep moving.
You heard us, 6. Drop those tangos.
No!
Oh, fuck that.
Engage at your own discretion, meaning take them down if you want to. Okay, you heard her, kill them all. What?
Am I? Do I not have shields?
I don't know. Yeah, well, you're dead. One of the invisible guys was literally sprinting and shooting us at the same time, and he was still fucking full stealth.
Right.
His shield wasn't being disrupted at all. Like, the only reason I saw him is because I shot him.
Recon Bravo to Noble 2. Stand by for contact report.
Standing by to copy, over.
We have eyes on multiple hostiles patrolling the settlement. Is what we're looking for, Cat?
If June would stop shooting people,
I'm dead.
I'm a watch.
I didn't even get
Now let me tell you about
fucking
Anytime
sticky.
you
I
check
literally
out
just
on your
exploded
computer,
from
you'll search
2
the
needler
entire
shots in
internet,
the
and it just
chest.
finds a coupon.
What's up, guys?
Recon Bravo to Noble 2.
What's up, guys? Silver here with part 4 of our fun romp.
We have eyes on multiple hostiles patrolling the settlement.
At US Cellular, we're building a powerful new 5G network that breaks down barriers.
Engage at your own discretion, but keep moving.
Going to assassinate him real quick. You want to make sure that you just tap the assassination button. You don't want to go into the full animated assassination because that will draw attention to you from the surrounding enemies. Some of them are sleeping, but some are awake, so you want to make sure you kill that elite quick. Just a quick back smack, and then we're going to sprint in this direction and just keep going for a little bit. But for this next section, the enemies spawn in random locations, so this might work, it might not. It usually does, though, and if it doesn't, you can always just restart. But a little prior to this, I like to stop sprinting, so I have full sprint once I reach this part. When I jump onto this balcony over here, I want to have full sprint so I can just sprint around and hug the right and wrap around this building, and we could see that nobody spotted me this time around, which is good. That will usually happen. Again, sometimes it doesn't, but you can always restart the mission and get there easily enough very quickly. There's a health pack on the wall there if you need it, but we're going to run past the enemies here and run straight into the building ahead, and you don't always need to throw that grenade. I like to throw it in case there's a bunch of enemies kind of gathered there. Sometimes there's more than other run-throughs, and sometimes there's not that many, like this time. So I didn't need to throw the nade there, but if there was a bunch of enemies hanging out there, you throw the nade to just stun them. You don't really care about killing them. You just want to stun them so they don't shoot at you right away. And this is very unusual. The grunt here is usually on this turret, so I usually just snipe him in the head before running out here. Jump down here and follow this path. And we're going to use our second grenade to throw at these two guys who are coming around the corner. There's a grunt and a jackal, and you want to just stun them as much as possible. You're not really concerned with getting the kills here, more so than just getting them to not shoot at you. So throw nades so they dodge,
and not die by
and then you could
fucking
just
jackal
continue shooting at them if you can while you're moving past them, so they don't have a chance to shoot back at you. And then we're going to hop up on this rock.
Okay, you go since it'll teleport me to you.
Indigenous creatures go to town on these grunts. and you could help them out as
It's a
well.
50-50 chance.
Really, we are done with the hardest part
It's
of the mission
easier for
already,
one person to make it
and we're
through
just
than
going to cruise through the rest of the mission. You could just wait for these giant animals to kill all the grunts, or you could just help them out to speed things up a little bit. You have a ton of sniper rifle ammo to start this mission, and we didn't really use any of it, so feel free to use as much as you want, because we don't really need it at all anymore. So I sped this part
Hold
up
on,
because we're
just
just
kinda
running through
show
some
right here
caverns
from
or
home.
some passes, whatever you want to call them. So this is an area where we're going to totally ignore the objective. We're supposed to help the local militia survive. There's a bunch of waves of Covenant that come at these guys, but we're going
swear
to
to God,
just
June,
totally
if you
leave them,
open
hang
fire,
them out
I'm
to
going
dry.
to
And
end my own
we're going
life.
to jump up on this rock and jump up here, but if that's too tough for you, you
I'll
can always
sticky
just wrap
grenade
around this
you.
way. It's a little
We
more
can die
risky
together.
because you get closer to the elites and all the other enemies towards the middle of this section.
watching
And you can
the
see I'm getting
elites.
shot at now by the turret on that Phantom because I took a little longer than usual to wrap around.
They
here.
are all
I just
clustered
took cover
together.
real
If
quick
this
and
was
waited for him
normal
to become
legendary-
distracted by the militia over there. and
hell,
just
not even
started
legendary. If
going
this
over
was
here
just
again,
like
and we're
fucking
going to speed this part up because we're
heroic,
going through some
one grenade
caverns.
would
There's
take
nothing
them
to
all
it. Just
out.
follow this
Right.
path. And we're going to come to the powerhouse section, the multiplayer map, and this is a really easy section as well. This whole mission is very easy once you get past
Their
the
AI is probably
first sections
confused.
that you run through. Those are the only real risky sections. But there's an elite up here, and there's some sleeping grunts as well, so we want to make sure we take the elite by surprise. So we're going to hide behind these rocks and wait for the elite to move, just kind of look at him, wait for him to move, and then once he does, we'll be able to close the gap and come up behind him and smack him. So he's moved. Now we know we have enough time before he moves again, where we could get up behind him, smack him in the back. These grunts we want to punch in the head. We don't want to punch them from the side or from behind them because that will get their methane tanks to explode.
It teleported
which
me
might
on
get
top
the
of
other
a
enemies to
plasma
wake up, which we're not gonna do.
grenade.
But get in this forklift
How
because
am
we're
I
going to use it to go through
alive?
this doorway. Normally you have to fight a bunch of enemies to kind of get these doors to open eventually, but we're going to just park the forklift with your left side up against it because when you get out of a forklift, it ejects you to the left of the vehicle. So
Yeah,
if
then
we
we just
line up
shoot
the
them with a
vehicle
shit ton of
where it's
sniper
ejecting
rounds
us
when
right
he's
between
done,
the two
right?
doors, it will actually get us to squeeze through the two doors.
just
God
book it.
damn
You
it,
could go
June.
to the other
Just
side
fucking
of
run.
them. But you can see when you're in a forklift, you have a third-person point of view, so you can see where you're being ejected to if you just
There we
rotate
go.
the camera. So I can see if I need to move up a little bit or move back a little bit to get closer to that crack. But once you're through, you want to immediately start sprinting because if you actually hang out by that door, all the enemies in this area
yes,
will spawn
we made
in.
it.
But if you move forward quickly enough, they will all not spawn.
That was a
in.
close
Just run to the
call
end of the
multiple
mission
times.
with
Me
no
running through
further
there.
resistance at all.
The ammo crates and
One
shit
thing I should
almost hit
mention
me.
is the fact that
Right.
the Iron Skull will send you back to the beginning of the mission if you die while you're playing
I
solo.
really wanna shoot
but there's
one
a
of them.
really easy workaround for that. If you do die, just immediately hit start and then go to save and quit. It'll kick you back
Punching
to
is
the menu
good
and then you
enough.
just hit resume on the playlist
I
and
sniped
you will
one in
start
the
up at
leg.
your last checkpoint wherever it is. And with that, that's the end of this guide. A quick and easy one. Who would have thought I'd be saying that after a lasso
Fuck
run?
you.
And
You
that
cannot.
rhymes. So I'll see you
You're
on the
all
next
gonna
one, guys,
die.
which will be Tip of the Spear. Thanks for watching, guys. If you found that video helpful, be sure to click on the scorpion icon to subscribe and hit that bell for notifications. You can also check out some related guides by clicking on the videos on screen, and you can find links in the description for other social media links of mine. Stay tuned for more Halo guides, and I'll see you in the next one.
Bye!
Peace.
Hey, look, Spartans, they'll protect us. Yeah, we're getting the fuck out of here, bro.
Put you in a cage.
We're just here to
Look,
scout
Spartan-
shit.
Look, Spartans, they'll protect us. Where are they going?
Start a revolution.
Even June's just like, shit, I guess I gotta stick with my team.
Peace.
Recon Bravo to Noble 2. We lost the civilian.
You guys got this.
We lost the civilians. What do you mean? We just fucking booked it.
We saw the sheer amount of the enemy coming at us, and yeah.
Thousands and thousands of
Wasn't
websites
really
that you
worth
can use money
it.
on Honey. It's the free, super easy to use web browser.
You guys are the
extension
reason
that
why
gets you the best
insurrections
deals
can't
when you're
keep
shopping
rising
online.
against us.
So what it
Yep.
does is you shop for whatever it is that
Maybe
you
the
already want
rebellion
anyway,
is
and it scours the web for coupon codes, tries them all out, and applies whatever is going to get you the best discount on your order.
Oh, my game's getting
And
really.
it's free because Honey
Why are
makes their
y'all
money
shooting
off the retailers that
June,
you are shopping
what the
from
fuck
instead
did
of
you
from
do?
They're a huge reason why Scrapyard Wars was able to happen this time around. So
I mean, they're not hard to pick off, at
so
least.
joinhoney.com,
Yeah, we don't wanna-
super
we
easy
don't-
to use
we
web
don't want
browser
them,
extension.
June, you useless piece of shit.
That's the source of our dark zone.
Okay, consider it gone.
Negative. Stick a remote death charge on it. Command is planning something big.
Alright.
They say that
have-
guys are gone.
What's up, guys?
What are
Silver
we
here,
doing?
part 4 of our fun romp through Halo Reach's Lasso campaign playlist. This is Tip of the Spear, one of the easier missions, I would say. So we're going to start this up, and we're going to spawn in here. There's going to be a big battle
I think
to
we should
our
just
front
leave it at
right
2 for
area.
today.
So we're going to go to the left. Head to the left.
Yeah.
There is a rock we're going to hop up on to kind of skirt the area.
This part is supposed to be the
by kind of
easiest.
taking cover
But
on this
June
side. Just follow
is
this
like,
path.
hey,
it's pretty easy.
guys,
and then we're going to pop our heads
sniper
out right
rifle.
about here, and we're going to pick off the 2 fuel rod turrets with our DMR. So we're going to knock out one, and then knock out the second one, and then that will allow the Pelican to come in and land and drop off the Warthog, and we could just peace out. So after we take out those 2 turrets, we're going to run this way, and we want to keep our eye on the turrets because there might be another grunt that hops in the turret, and you want to make sure you take those guys out.
Doesn't kill us to knock him
they
in.
do. And then we're going to run back once the Pelican drops off the Warthog and get in it and immediately just drive to the next section. So we can totally bypass that whole area. We ain't got time for that. And now for this next section, we're just going to roll up. There's going to be 3 skirmishers that we're going to take out. We're going to hop out of our Warthog in a second and then just take them out with our DMR real quick. Easy headshots. And then we will focus on this Tyrant anti-air gun up ahead of us shortly thereafter. So we're taking out the skirmishers here. Our gunner on the back of this Warthog is helping us out as well. But his life will be short-lived because we're actually going to kill him, unfortunately enough for him. The reason we do that is because we want to get in the gun ourselves, and if we do that, the Marine will actually be like, hey, I have a good idea, let me drive you around, and potentially just off a cliff. Their AI is not good at driving, so we're just going to kill him so we can stay put. We want to stay right here and just lay into this giant turret from afar. We could actually just take it out from this position right here. We don't have to go up inside it and take it out by blowing up the core inside. We can just blow it up right now. So this Tyrant anti-air gun in front of us here will take a lot of hits from this Rocket Hog, but don't worry, just keep laying into him. There's no specific spot you need to be hitting or anything. Just shoot at it in general. Where I'm shooting it is fine, and it will blow up eventually. Just keep going at it until you actually see it blow up. But you can see it's smoking now. But anyway, we'll talk about the Iron Skull real quick. The Iron Skull sets you back to the beginning of the mission if you die if you're playing solo. So it negates having any checkpoints basically, but there's an easy workaround. Whenever you die, just hit start immediately, and then save and quit, and then resume once you get back to the main menu, and you'll start up at your last checkpoint. So it's a really handy workaround. The only annoying part is obviously you need to deload and then load back into the level, so it takes a little bit of loading time, but it's a lot better than the alternative. So we can see here, it looks like it's about to blow up. So I'm going to drive up here. You don't need to drive up here. I'm just going to show you what we're doing by staying over here. Do not move forward. Do not move to the right. You can see there's a Phantom coming in the middle of the map right now, kind of behind the gun we just blew up at this point. And there's going to be some UNSC forces that move in. You can see there's a Phantom that just came over the edge of the cliff over there, and he has nothing on his undercarriage. He's not bringing anything into the fight. Normally, if we moved up, he would have brought a Wraith in. But by staying back here, we've effectively stayed in a different load zone than that Phantom was in. And I guess when you're in the load zone that the Phantom's in, it will spawn the Wraith under it. But if you don't actually go into that load zone quite yet, the Phantom will spawn, but the Wraith will not. So we basically just despawn that Wraith. So now that we've despawned the Wraith, we're going to go up to this position and just wait right here. This will get the Pelican to come in and drop this bridge down, and we'll be able to cross the gap up ahead here. And we could go over here unencumbered by a Wraith, which is great because you will probably be able to drive past the Wraith, but you'll take a good amount of damage driving past him because his gunner will tear you up pretty well. So we're going to drive past here. You'll still take some hits probably from the Phantom or the Needler rifle wielding skirmishers over there. There's more skirmishers right here. You could either hop out and hide behind your Warthog and kind of headshot them and then move past them, or you could just move past them like I'm doing here. I used to hop out and just shoot him in the head real quick, but now I just move past him here. We're going to move forward, keep moving forward. Normally you go to the left and you cross the bridge. We're actually going to just keep going straight and kind of use our hog to hop up on the hood of and then just hop up on this rock. And we'll be able to take out these guys from the side. So we flank these grunts and jackals up ahead here. Makes it much more easy to take them out. And we're actually going to cross the bridge eventually, back the way we would have come normally if we played this game as it was designed. And there's actually some more DMR ammo over on the other side of the bridge, so we'll get that shortly. But I'm being pretty cautious here. You can see I'm kind of far away. You could move up considerably and still be pretty safe. You can see there's a lot of barricades down below in front of me where I can take cover. And these guys are actually distracted by all the Marines over there, so they're not really going to turn and look at me unless I get super close to them. So we could easily pick them off, and I'll just stay far away. Who cares? Why move up? Why move up if you don't need to? If you could land these shots, just land them.
You have to, like...
Now they're all dead, so we're going to move forward like we mentioned. I'm going to cross the bridge opposite the way the bridge was intended to be crossed. And just go grab some more DMR ammo that's on the other side here real quick. Not that I really need it or use it. There it is right there. And I'm just looking around.
I was trying to dodge it. I'm sorry.
My friendlies. And this is a good
Let
way
me
to
nudge
get
it,
your shield to
murders
maximum.
your buddy.
You could see that I had
Piece
a
of
plasma
shit.
pistol, and what I did was I overcharged plasma
Is there
pistol at
jetpacks
the
on
ground
this
where
mission?
my feet were,
No.
so the splash damage carried over onto my shielding.
I have an idea.
Took it down enough and took my health down enough that I could actually grab the health pack, because if you have full health, you can't grab a health pack. So,
Yeah, so-
brought my health down a little bit so I could get that health pack and get my shield and health all the way back up to 100%. So round the
made it.
corner,
I
kill
made
those
it.
two skirmishers
Book
with a
it.
Oh,
headshot,
very nice.
and then we're
Very
going to hop
nice.
onto this
Just
beam
stay
I just
there.
zoomed in on, and then
I'll
we're going to
teleport.
hop onto this beam towards
I
the
mean,
right.
I already
And then we're
teleported.
going to hop up
Just sprint.
onto
Just
the
sprint. Do not
whatever
stop
this is,
sprinting.
the terrain, the earth, the rocky precipice over here, the rocky cliff. And so we're going to hop under or hop over that pipe,
this
go
area.
under the next pipe.
No, we don't
and
have
we're
to
just gonna
deal with
wrap
it.
around to the right.
It's part of the
and make
thing.
our
As
way
long as the
this
Phantom
way. There's
doesn't
some health on the ground if you need it.
fully
And we're
spawn,
going to make our
we
way up.
can
We've despawned
literally
all the
skip
enemies in
all
this
of it.
area, except for these two jackals spawned for
Oh,
whatever reason.
nice.
Yeah,
but
it's
you can just throw a couple
bullshit.
nades at them and run past them if you
Kinda-
want. I decided to throw a
kinda
couple
ruins
nades
the game
and
a
try to
little
actually
bit.
fight them. Looks like that was not the way to go.
I'll
Probably
take an
just
easy
ran
win.
past them. Do as I say, not as I do. And we're going to just make our way to the hole in the ground in this building.
Yeah, 'cause we
I guess
never
some kind of explosion
gave
occurred
the game
or
the
something
update.
happened. There was some kind of impact.
The game goes,
We're gonna
oh, you made
grab
it to the other
plasma
side of the fence.
launcher
Well,
and,
here, your
some
buddy
help
should
if
be.
you need it. Again, the plasma launcher will come in handy against the hunters and any other big things that may come our way. And we're going to grab the Revenant right here, and we're going to use this to speed down to the next section where we have to take out another anti-air gun. And there's going to be a handful of enemies in the cavern here that we kind of traverse through, but you can just
This fire
totally
should be
go
easy,
past them.
actually.
Don't even worry about it. I try to always splatter that
We're gonna have
elite, but there's no
the
reason
first
to
part's
try
gonna
to
be
do that.
bitch, but
Except
other
for
than that,
it's fun. It's just fun.
But
So we get down here, and we're going to kill the jackals down here to the right, and we're going to also hop into the warthog that's on the left side. It's kind of like on a bridge that looks like you can't really get to it, but you can get to it pretty easily. You just
Imagine
hop up
hearing
onto the pillar here,
a fucking
hop to the second
Spartan
pillar,
saying
and then
that
hop
over the
over
comms
to the
as
bridge
just
here
like a
and
simple
grab that
grunt
DMR
and
ammo
just
that's on the
going,
ground.
well, I'm
Hop
dead.
into the warthog here
Right.
and turn to face the anti-air gun and start tearing into them. It'll take less time than the rocket launcher hog did, so that's good news. But it gives us a little time to talk about some other things. What else is there to talk about? The blind skull is not great. No one likes it.
So we skip
But there's
it.
an easy way to
we
tell
stop
what
it.
gun you have out, which
Yeah.
is to hold the back button if you're playing on Xbox, and that will actually
Where's
pull
the,
up
where's the
a
grenade launcher
diagram
thing?
of your weapon and your armor ability that you currently
There it
have.
is.
So it'll show you what weapon you have out in your hands, and then you just switch weapons and hold back again.
I
and it'll
forgot
show
this
you,
thing has a
the other weapon that
safety
you have.
thing on it.
So
but
very
goddamn.
useful. You could see kind of a diagram of the weapon I have pop up from time to time
Yeah.
on my screen, and that's what's happening there.
For now.
So we are going to make our way. I forgot that I wanted to bring the Revenant
Still
down
kind of
here.
sad that they got rid of
Don't
the,
park the Revenant up there. I don't know why I did
Garrett
that.
fight
I've
that they
never done
originally
this
wanted to
before.
have.
I'm an idiot. So
Right.
obviously I would drive my Revenant over here, but
Somebody
it's not
modded it
available
back
to me
in,
right
though,
now,
so
so
I
I'm going
guess
to just
that's
walk over here. I'm going to go actually get the
4 of
Revenant
12.
shortly after this, and we're just going to start tearing into these guys with our DMR, because a lot of these guys could just be finished off with.
Excuse me. Tony, why aren't you moving? Working. Fine, I'll become a Patreon. Yes.
Wait, he has a limit?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, like,
What about the other bot?
Rhythm?
Yeah.
He doesn't play 24/7 like Tony does. And that's what I'm going for. So that even if I'm gone and someone just hops in, like the music is still playing and stuff. I'm back. 0122 507. And Merry Christmas. You got $1 out of me. We're gonna kick Tony. We're gonna kick him real quick. Alright. We're gonna go back to bots. We're gonna invite. That's right. We're gonna invite. We're gonna.
This might be a neat one to add to the 24/7 loop.
Oh, which one?
Mix it up a bit. I just sent the link to you.
Oh, okay. Alright, we got Tony back. He's in here. Alright, yeah, he in here. I am a Patreon. My membership. Just from the picture, I'm not sure if I want to know. Cool. 24. Fuck. 7. But I am a Patreon.
Bruh.
I'm paying the whole $1.
Sir, I have given you $1.
Give me 24/7 access. I will be right back. Actually, no, I won't. Hold on. Support. fuck. There. Alright. So what are we what's planned to play?